What's going on, everybody? Today's episode of the podcast is, of course, brought to you by G Fuel Energy. Right now, if you use G Fuel code DannyD until Tuesday at midnight, you will get 30% off. After that, it'll go back down to 10% until the next big G Fuel release. If it's your first time buying G Fuel, I highly suggest you check out some of the G Fuel reviews on my YouTube channel. That should help you find a flavor that you really like, and using that code directly supports the channel as well as keeps this podcast coming. Today's guest is best known for his Warzone loadout TikToks, but he's also a big movie and TV buff like me. This was his second time on the podcast, so the conversation was pretty chill. I really enjoyed it. I hope you do too. Please welcome TDawgSmittyy.
Feels good to be recorded.
So how's life been, man? I mean, it's been like exactly 6 months, I think, since we were on here together last. Yeah, since the last one we did. Time flies.
It does. I was actually... I saw it from our conversation. I was looking at it, and yeah, you're right. 110 is when you uploaded it. So it's literally 5 months ago. 6 months ago.
Yeah, it's June 10th.
That seems like forever ago, to be honest with you, but it's not really at the same time, if that makes any sense at all.
That's exactly what I mean. Like it doesn't feel like it's been that long, but it has. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely been like a lot has changed. I have a completely new setup basically. So
I like what you got going on back there too.
All the G Fuel.
Had you moved yet? But last podcast,
I had just moved like 2 weeks before that.
Okay, so you had very minimal setup last time.
Yeah.
There was like a G can in the back, and that was it.
Yeah, I think there was just a stack of G Fuel tubs and like that ugly shelf that I have over here.
How many G Fuels do you have back there?
Oh, there's like 50 tubs, dude. I mean, since I got sponsored, they just like send them to me. So,
well, like, I mean, if there's anybody that deserves a sponsorship, every time I see a TikTok, you have some sort of G Fuel connection in it almost. So, I mean, you got to be their top guy. Let's get this guy his own shaker.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get my own shaker. I don't know. The code's been doing really well. I'm not supposed to talk about like how well or anything, but this month has been weird. They did just do like a BOGO, so that usually kind of like causes a dip, just because everybody obviously wants the best deal.
Yeah.
But this month in general has just been weird so far because TikTok has just been a mess, man.
I've been seeing. I've had my issues with TikTok. Nothing like with your stuff, but I just feel like it's not been hitting as much as it used to. And and we can talk about it, but it's probably been people going back to school and work and all that jazz.
They have
Warzone kind of fading a little bit with people in people's eyes.
They have a bug. They finally responded to us this morning because we had been making like videos where
Little man's cheeseburgers.
We destroyed the cheeseburgers. My wife started wasting my G Fuel by dumping it in the toilet and stuff. So,
this is on TikTok's hands, not yours.
Yeah, but they said there's a bug. So, I mean, I posted about it on Twitter and stuff. But
a reporting, I saw the tweet. So it's just a reporting bug. Like people can just
it's not supposed to let people like spam. It shouldn't trigger an automatic ban and stuff as fast as it is, I guess.
Yeah.
And the other thing is a lot of it is the age verification. Like for some reason, the age verification report is the one that bugs out. And it makes sense because they did tweak it to make it a little more strict about age because they got fined a bunch. I don't know if you paid attention to that, but they had to pay a bunch of fines. No. I think it was in the UK. They like made them pay fines for people being under the age of 13. Yeah. So they cracked down on it, and
I heard you talking to with Zach about something. I can't remember what I was about to say. Like winning an appeal, and then they would re-report the video, and then it would get taken down. And he said something about like if you win an appeal, that's the end of it. You can't be tried again.
Yeah, you shouldn't be. Once the video is being reviewed by a person over there, and they see that there's nothing, and they rule that it shouldn't be taken down. Why is it allowed to get taken down after that? Like, doesn't make any sense.
No, that doesn't make any sense. I'm surprised they took so long to get back to you with how many like the following you have on that app.
Oh, dude, they are just. I'm sure they're totally overwhelmed by all of it because I got suspended on TikTok Live for the age verification, and I just now got unbanned for that today. It's been exactly a week.
And you said you've sent like your driver's license in and all that stuff. So why the heck are they?
I shouldn't even have to do it. I mean, to join the
Right.
creator fund, I had to verify it. I had to fill out a 1099. So
Heck, would you have to? Why? Oh, you doing a fake ID for TikTok or something?
dude, some people have to be, because there's people who are in the creator fund who are definitely under the age of 18. I've seen
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean,
it makes sense that they're trying to crack down on it.
their first job ever, TikTok.
That's
But
crazy.
it is. It's crazy. But I had a TikTok I just put up today, did pretty well. I did like a settings controller video, and it's been doing pretty well. But I kind of try to stay away. Like I was trying to distance myself a little bit from like the class setups and stuff like that I do. Um, just because it kind of got old to me, honestly.
I'd feel
Um,
you, man. Anything gets old.
So I think I try to put up my clips and stuff like that of me playing the game, because I like to let people know like I'm actually decent at the game too. It's not just I'm not some information guy.
Yeah.
So it's been a slow transition. I've put up maybe 5 or 6 videos and they've done okay. Nothing like my class setup videos, but I'll probably go back to them at some point. But right now I'm just kind of like over it.
Yeah, no, I mean the G Fuel videos, I was doing them a lot. That caused a really big explosion. And now I try to pace them out, because I feel like if I overload them, it's just kind of like, it's hard to come up with like new things, Like what have we not done?
I think my favorite thing that you do is the comments. Like the little Timmy comments with you dressing up with the guy with the mustache.
Yeah, I did a little research into those like a month ago, but those are super hard to come up with ideas for.
Yeah. I'm chanting and I'm saying bring them back for the people. Because
I gotta come up with ideas.
Hey man, some of these comments you probably get them way worse than I do. It's just mind-boggling what people can type in these comment sections.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I definitely, I guess I could do more of like the TikTok comments in real life, but the Twitch ones, I feel like I've kind of gotten burnt out on. I did do a little skit. I don't know if you saw this one, because people freaked out when I chucked that cheeseburger across the street. Like they just were like, "Oh my gosh, you're wasting food! Kids in Africa could I eat that?" Like, bro, it's $1 cheeseburger. It's like 200 calories. Nobody's living off of that cheeseburger. Relax.
Well, then you answered with the Big Mac guy with all that Mac sauce.
Yeah,
right?
that's the skit. Yeah, we're like, he was like, "Did you see how much sauce he used on that Big Mac?"
Yeah, and nobody's got an issue with that. It's just.
Well, the comments were like, "Bro, it's expired food." And I said, "The sauce is, but that $5 Big Mac isn't."
Right. Exactly. People don't think like that though. You got them. You got them.
Oh, it doesn't matter. They're like, "Oh, just because they turned it into." Oh, so you're telling me if some guy murders 15 people, you can murder one person and it's okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, you're turning a food argument to murder.
That's what. Hey, once somebody's lost, that's what happens.
Yeah, that's true.
Once they lost, they switch it to another thing that has really no correlation to what we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, this morning I posted the one where my wife literally walked over and just took the shaker and dumped it in the toilet. For like.
Did she get hers back yet?
Yeah, she got hers back. My brother got both of his back. So it seems like they're. My brother, I don't know if he can make money on either of them right now.
Okay, I know. I saw that they removed his like.
No
funds.
idea why. No idea why.
Wasn't it his age again? And obviously he's
19.
I mean, he submitted his stuff to get a 1099 or whatever you said.
Well, they verified his age. And then they said, but you're demonetized for 30 days for multiple violations. And I'm like, that has to be them just kind of pooping on you because you're not that big of a person, Because he only had he was like right under 100K when it happened.
I mean, that's pretty good for being on the app for not very long.
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely, whatever this bug is, people are definitely abusing it, Like they know that there's something going on, that they can do that.
Yeah. I wonder if it's like bots too. You think it's bots or you think it's just kids?
People literally have commented and said, "I made like a dozen accounts and just spam reported you." Haha.
Good for them.
Yeah, no.
It's crazy, and then they don't know that that's your. I heard you on the last podcast. It's like 1/3 of your income. Just
it's about a third. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of a big deal if that's your income. People are just messing with it.
I mean, luckily, I would consider myself smart with my money, so I'm not like panicking or anything, you know. But
Right, but
yeah, it doesn't feel good to have, you know, to be worried that that's just gonna like go away for a week. I mean, my TikTok live going away for a week, I feel like it hurts stuff because it definitely helps your videos and stuff.
I think it helps your videos, and I still try to do it as much as I can when I stream, but I don't know how much that helps. But I just
It helps, definitely helps.
yeah,
I
yeah,
see like a bump of like 50 to 100 viewers sometimes.
yeah. Oh, I guess I mean when you got 3 million people glancing through TikTok, you're 3 million,
Yeah,
right? Almost.
yeah, just I'm close to 3.1, I think. Yeah, like
Okay,
yeah.
so yeah, I mean, if you have that up going during your live streams, I mean, bound to have 50 to 100 people swing through.
Yeah, and it's like a constant flow until like, and I've been doing now where if I see it start to dip below 100 on my TikTok live, I'll just be like, all right, okay, I'll see you guys in a little bit, and like 20, 30 minutes later, I turn it back on, and
Yep.
it's caused my videos to like bump up for a little bit, and then so I get like a whole new traffic flow.
That's a good idea to cut it and then bring it back because you know the longer you keep it up there, the less people.
Oh yeah, it definitely dies down.
It's amazing to me that people actually sit in there and watch that and not just go to the Twitch right away.
It makes me laugh too because they'll come over to the Twitch stream and be like, "Bro, you need to pay attention to your TikTok chat." And I'm like, "Dude, I'll be honest with you. I'm literally just doing it because it helps the stream, it helps my videos,
Yeah.
you know." And
Do
he'd
you
be like,
have it as a background thing that says like I'm not reading chat like a lot of people do, or no?
"No, I
I
I did that for a little bit, but it's just an extra step." I'm like, "It's not that
Yeah,
big a
most people
deal."
are gonna get the point that they go to Twitch. Most
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
in my
but it's just funny because they'll argue with me and say like that's messed up, this and that, and I'm like, "Well, it worked. You're over here, you know."
yeah,
And they're like,
exactly.
"Oh, true." You know, but
Yeah, that the TikTok Live is a thing that I've heard recently that's been really helping videos, so I gotta get back on that.
I feel like it always has, you know.
Yeah, what you've done that do you do it every pretty much time you post a video? You go live streaming pretty much most days, most of the
I
week?
so I stream Monday through Friday now on Twitch, and so I pretty much go live on there Monday through Friday. Occasionally, I'll go live once on the weekends, especially now since they have that co-live thing where you can invite people.
Yeah,
My wife will literally be in the room next to me. We'll just be talking.
that's actually a good idea, and then she answers the comments?
We both do, yeah. It's funny.
That's actually a good idea. What was I gonna ask you? Oh, do you notice a difference in video views? So, like, Saturday, Sunday, you post, and then
Yeah, yeah, I do.
you do it a little.
Saturdays and Sundays are hit or miss anyways, you know. Like sometimes
Yeah, yeah,
weekends are just bad. People are, especially right now, everybody feels like they got their freedom back, you know, they can kind of go wherever again.
yeah.
So,
That's what I've been noticing with numbers on like Twitch and stuff is I was hovering around 200 and I've probably dipped to like 150, 140
yeah. I
on it.
mean, I was at like 550 to 600 and now I'm at like 350 to 400. So, it's
So
definitely
it's just
dipped down. And I see everybody dealing with it, so
everybody's dipping. Yeah, everybody's dipping. When I see even the bigger guys dip a little bit, I'm like, all right, it makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
yeah. There's a couple people I feel like a big thing is a lot of people who rely on Warzone mainly, like as their only game to play. I feel like people are getting burnt out on the game big time right now. Oh, yeah,
That's me.
you, right? But you've always done kind of Rebirth, right? Or at least
So
lately.
yeah, so I've been doing Rebirth for like a couple months now. I don't know because in my opinion, I Call of Duty's always been a run and gun shooter. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's get your guns that you want to get them quick. Get into gunfights quick, and just have more. I feel like I have more fun and getting rid of campers that are hiding in their corner. I couldn't imagine now running around looting for 15 to 20 minutes. I can't see because the sun, literally in the game, I can't see. And then there's either cheating or a guy camping in a corner with a riot shield or just being who knows what in a corner and kills me. And I'm like, why the heck did I just waste 17 minutes of my life?
Yeah,
Rebirth, you should try Rebirth on stream one day because it's
I've done it.
okay.
It's fun, but for me, it's like so fast paced, and you're constantly
You can't talk.
engaged. You can't talk to chat. Yeah.
You know, it's the only that's the only downside is it's tough to Lately I've been playing solo like with Phil's, and that way I can kind of chat and keep semi conversation. If I play with other people in like the game, it's tough to keep a chat going and also keeping that conversation with them going. So
Yeah.
I've been trying to collab a little bit more, but I just don't know if that's me for some reason.
I think we talked about that the last episode because I kind of skimmed through
Yeah.
it to like remind myself of stuff we talked about, and
Yeah.
I think we talked about how like collab, just the idea of collabing is kind of weird because you're kind of like forcing it, you know.
I agree.
So, because I mean, there's a couple times where we were both on in the morning back when I streamed in the morning after you gave me that advice, which was awesome until like it just my sleep schedule just not work with morning streams,
Dude,
man. Because I find I'm up till like 3 a.m. editing sometimes, and it's like, oh,
dude.
am I gotta stream in 4 hours?
Do you edit everything?
No, I have an editor, but he doesn't edit the G Fuel stuff. Those videos, I gotta film it, I gotta record it, then I gotta put music, add pictures of stuff that I'm talking about. I gotta render it, all that fun stuff, and that usually takes me like 2 or 3 days to do the whole entire video.
I just hired an editor probably about a month ago.
Nice.
So
It's a
if
good
you've
feeling.
seen any of my videos recently, they've probably got a little bit nicer of an edit to them. So that's a good thing because I was getting sick and tired of. I was trying to. I finally locked one in too. Like I was kind of bouncing around editors and seeing which one I really thought I could work with, and then actually a guy came out of nowhere and kind of swooped it all the work up. And I'm like, dude, you're crushing it. Like the last month, he edits these things so well and like does like I don't have to. It's the nicest thing when I get it back and I don't have to do anything. Like he has the vision already that I have. And there's I mean, I've had him maybe edit like 1 or 2 things in a month. He gets it, edits, and I'm like ready to post it immediately.
Yeah, I would say I probably edit about 2 videos a week because I post every day, at least for the time being. I have been.
Yeah.
Which I think has really helped kind of build my audience on YouTube. But I've definitely seen a dip on YouTube recently too. Everything's just kind of down right now.
I think that's all solely because, and this is making me feel better because everybody's going to work, going to school, and like you said, got the freedom back where they're
I mean,
they get off work and they go somewhere. They don't go home.
You know how TikTok Live tells you how many people are on? You scroll over to it.
Yeah. Yep.
It usually for me says anywhere from like 1.3 to 1.5 million like active followers, and the past couple, well, at least today, because it wouldn't show me before, but today it only said like 900K. So there's definitely like a dip of active people.
Yeah, I think people going on vacation right now.
I'm getting ready to. I got some vacation planned finally.
Yeah, I mean, I just was watching Lucci. He's a Warzone guy. I'm sure you know of him.
Oh yeah.
Who? He's going on vacation for the weekend till like Tuesday. So even streamers are going on vacation now, which
it's a good time to do it. I mean, the summer's about ready to kick off. We're going to like a big water park where like it's a lodge and everything. We're going not this next weekend, but the one after.
Yeah.
Because this next weekend I'm doing like a start of summer, because it's like the official first day of summer. I'm doing a 24-hour stream for that weekend.
I give you credit. I've never even attempted one. But every time you do one, I check in at least a couple times just to see where you're at mentally.
Bro, towards the end, it gets bad, dude. I'm like falling asleep. I got a standing desk now, so I'll stand, and I'm still standing there. People are like, bro, he's so tired. I'm like, shut up. I'm trying not to think about it.
Which one did you get? How many monitors can you fit on your thing?
I could put up to 3 probably, but I've always just been a 2-monitor person. I don't know. I got good eyesight, so I don't need things to be like huge on my screen to see it.
Yeah, I have 3 on mine right now, but it's overkill. I don't really need it. It's 2 would definitely be plenty.
I mean, it definitely looks cool, but to me, having to look up like this to read chat, just
I've been seeing a lot of people do that, and I don't know if I would like that.
I feel like it's just like anything, you'd get used to it, you know?
Okay.
It'd probably be good, like if I could have, because honestly, being able to see yourself and what the stream looks like is nice, but you could probably get away with not doing that, to make the chat and everything bigger. It would take a while for me to get used to that, but I could see how seeing the chat. Maybe I don't know if you can make it so like you could see more of the chat at once, but that would be beneficial.
How do you read your chat with Twitch website, or do you do
OBS?
the
OBS.
the little Elements plugin or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I do.
Yeah. With the I have the chat, then I have
activity feed.
I have the activity feed on the right. In the middle, I have my screen, so I can see what everything looks like.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But yeah, I finally got a nice camera. I've recently upgraded to the new mic with the Go XLR Mini.
Yeah.
I want to get the full size one, but it was like $1,000 at the time. I was like, I can't do it. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I got mine right before all this like happened.
Yeah.
All the pricing and everything. I paid I might have paid less because I bought it on eBay. And the guy was selling it just to get rid of it. And boy, I wish he probably thought he should have hung on to it.
Yeah.
I think what are they? 500 normal? I think I paid 4.
Yeah, I think 500 for the full size and 300 or 250 for the mini. And I think I paid 300 for the mini.
Yeah, I paid 4, and it was right before. Like, it couldn't have been better timing for me.
Yeah, it definitely made a difference. Like, I still get people. Yeah, I mean, the Elgato Wave 3 was nice, but just as the updates came out, you could tell with the pandemic, it was finally starting to just catch up with the software where it just wasn't getting checked enough, and there was more and more bugs.
Yeah.
So good software in theory, but once the bugs came into play.
I always would listen to your stream with that on. I mean, it sounded pretty solid.
Yeah, it's a good mic for the price.
Into it, and it didn't raise like the gain or whatever, or the whatever in the red. But I think they got some good stuff. Do you do key light, or do you have like a normal ring light or something?
I have a normal ring light. I'll probably get key lights at some point. Like I said, right? Like I had like 3 or 4 pretty good months, and then right now everything's down. So it's like, all right, let's see, how long. I guess it's up and down.
Dude, it's my sub numbers have been they're pretty not. They're good, but they're lowest it's been in months.
Same here. I think it's everybody. I mean, I've seen a couple people that are kind of thriving right now, and I don't know if it's because they started doing stuff different or what, but it definitely seems like people fluctuate, just based on the time.
Yeah,
but
it's just one of those things where one stream you could have this huge gifting sub kind of frenzy.
You never know.
The next month you don't get anybody that gifts any subs, which there's no pressure to ever gift subs, but it's always nice when you get that big month or big week.
Yeah, like I said, Twitch was about half my income, and now it's about a third, because TikTok is kind of bumped up, and now it's kind of steady. I would say I probably make somewhere around like $100 to $150 a day on TikTok, on average. But I mean, I post 4 to 6 times a day, it's a lot of work.
And you're getting 100K to $1 million, right? Almost every video. Yeah,
I would say on average, I probably get 10% of what my following is, so I get at least like 300K a video.
That's great. I haven't looked at my freaking whatchamacallit creator dashboard in a while.
Yeah,
so my videos when I was switching them, they were doing. I went from 500 to $1 million to 80 to 100K. Switching content.
Yeah, it's crazy too, man. Because I'll have one video pop off and get 4 million all of a sudden, and people are like, "I haven't seen you on my For You page in a while. How you doing?" Like, I'm good, man.
I wish I was talking to somebody else about this. I wish that they would switch how the following page is. I wish that it would go based on uploaded video time, like a Twitter feed.
Right.
Because my following it could be freaking
a month ago.
Months ago.
Yeah. I've seen it. Yeah.
What? And then if you follow somebody, the next 8 videos are that person.
Yeah, I know. It feels like that, right? Yeah.
So I think they need to do something with if they could fix the following where it showed who you followed in order of when they uploaded. I think that would help too, because then you could kind of go on a schedule with TikTok. Right now, I just throw the thing up whenever I feel like it because I know, the following people probably aren't going to see it.
Yeah.
And if it hits the For You page, that'll be great. So if it could,
go ahead.
I would love that. I was just going to say, I would just love for them to switch that up. I don't know if that's even a plan, but
Yeah.
that would be my number one request.
Yeah, I'm checking right now. I think they got brought back up, but I mean, the biggest thing for me is they need to fix the bug so that videos don't just get taken down for like no reason.
Yeah. I mean, we each got something to gripe about this thing. I mean, hopefully though, over time, I mean, another thing too would be kind of matching, maybe not matching, but YouTube's funds, with you getting money and all that. Be cool if you could get more. If you could make more than $150 a day on TikTok with how many videos you post and the views you're putting out there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they should do it kind of like Twitch, where there's like, once you're verified, you kind of get,
treatment,
special benefits,
Yeah, I don't know how you're not verified
yet. So I reached out to them myself. They said I currently don't meet the requirements. Then I heard from some people on Twitter. They're like, hey, just so you know, I'm pretty sure they raised the requirements. I don't know what they are exactly, but they definitely made it stricter, like in the last month or so. I'm like, well, that's great.
Yeah.
Right around the time I finally reach out. But I had the CEO of Elevate reach out to him, so hopefully we'll hear something back.
Yeah.
Since that's more official, but
a little more pull maybe.
But yeah, no, I had a couple videos get taken down. I'm checking to see if they're back up. One of them is for sure. But it was just
completely taken down, or was like music muted or something?
No, it was taken down. It was ridiculous, man. It would see. Yeah, I had one get taken down where they said, "Why is Little Man better at video games than you?" And I was like, "No, you're not." And he said, "Yeah." And he said, "Dad, poo poo," and that got taken down for bullying and harassment.
Jeez, dude.
So Little Man's bullying me apparently.
Yeah, keep that guy under control, man.
I mean, I had a TikTok get taken down, and I got it back up for like 5 minutes and it got taken down again. But I don't know if you saw it. It was because I never know who sees those ones because they're literally up for 20 minutes and they pop off really quick, and because of that, they get reported really quick and they get taken down fast.
Yeah.
But I had somebody go into my chat and spam a bunch of stuff and started asking about giveaways and sending me G Fuel and stuff like that. And so I banned him, or one of the mods timed him out several times and then ended up banning him because he wouldn't stop. So he submitted an unban request and I didn't read it yet, but he went to all my TikToks for that day and just spammed, "Imagine banning me from your chat." And so I used one as a comment, and I was like, let's see. And we took a look at the unban request, and he had said the no word, and then called me a fat ass. So I said, "Imagine being a degenerate little turd," and he got a little harassment, I guess, and they took it down. I mean,
so you can say all that and then say that back, and then you're gone.
Degenerate little turd, I guess, is a no. I tried to word it where it wasn't, really bad.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like kind of hug the fence line a little bit.
Yeah, because it's crazy, man. Especially, I don't know if it's because of the bug or what, but it just seems so much easier for me.
It sounds like it is.
Yeah, it seems so much easier to get it taken down.
You got more people viewing your stuff, so you could be more of a target.
I know for a fact they have been trying to ban me. Like they've said in my comments, I'm spam reporting you, this and that, but mine hasn't gotten taken down. But my wife had about 640K, I think, and she got taken down. So
that's crazy. 640,000 people. Isn't that nuts? It's so weird to say that number on TikTok. Even mine, I'm at 300K, and it's like, wow, 300,000 people hit the follow button on my page. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, 3 million. I mean, I submitted for the E3, creator, whatever they call it, where you get special benefits for the content and stuff. And I got an email within minutes because I just put TikTok as my platform and 3 point whatever million,
Yeah.
So it's crazy that number really does have weight to it now,
What's the E3 thing?
So they just give you access to some page where there's virtual booths and stuff like that. I think I saw a few people post about it. They're like, "Oh, I'm a sponsored creator for the thing." It's really not that big a deal, but I mean, I'll see if it's worth doing. I would love to go there in person someday, but
I know.
Obviously.
I hope that this clears. I got a feeling they'll cancel it, but the TwitchCon. I
I don't
I would
know.
be shocked if we had one, but it would be so fun, man, to go there as a partner. Like that was all I wanted to. That was all I was thinking about when I was going for partnership. I'm like, man, TwitchCon.
When did you hit partner?
I've been partner for a little bit actually. Let's talk about that too. When you hit partner, I don't know when I hit partner actually. Probably, you know what? Actually, let me.
Because I'm trying to think if you're a partner when we talked last.
I would say I wasn't, to be honest with you. Anyway, my mouse is dead and it's wireless.
That's why I don't know about getting a wireless mouse, man. I mean, I
My
see
phone.
people just have them plugged in all the time, but
I got my phone. Hang on a sec.
what's the
It's
point?
it's my pinned tweet. No, March. No, I was not.
Okay.
So I've been 3 months. But that was a thing too. Like getting partner, and then like you push so hard to get partner, and then once you get it, you like breathe, and you're like, oh crap, now what do I do?
Yeah, I
Like
think that's
what's the next bar that I'm going to reach at?
yeah. After I hit partner, I really focused on the TikTok more, because I felt like that was a big driver towards the Twitch. Which
Yeah.
now, I mean, I feel like it's just. I mean, you can go on TikTok now and you'll see tons of people with 0 likes on their video, and they're come over to my Twitch. So everybody just goes on there to promote their Twitch now. I feel like it's kind of a meme almost.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I've never promoted it like directly, like said follow me on Twitch. I just do the
yeah.
little bubble thing at the end of my videos, and if they are that interested in my content, they'll find their way over there.
Yeah, no, I definitely, every time I stream now, I have like a dozen people come in and be like, you're the TikTok guy. I didn't know you streamed,
Yeah.
so I'm definitely getting like organic growth now, which I think is
That's huge.
important. Yeah. Same with
What,
YouTube.
I was gonna ask you about that. Is people coming from YouTube and to Twitch and saying,
Not much. There's a few here and there, but I feel like the majority of my YouTube following is definitely TikTok people, which is good and bad, because certain things pop off on there, but then other things, they don't have the attention span for it. But it's slowly growing.
You think TikTok's here to stay?
I do. I don't know. I think the key is that they continue to do what they need to get the platform to continue growing. And I mean, you've kind of seen what they did. They kind of suppressed the dancing. You don't really see dancing as much as you used to.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to get away from that. Right now, like I said, there's just a lot of frustration with big creators getting banned. I don't know if you saw. I made a YouTube video and I hesitated to post it because there was just so much that I didn't know, But it was basically me just talking about the frustration with TikTok and how whatever it is that's going on, if they don't fix it, it's going to permanently hurt the platform, like growth-wise. But there's... I don't know. I can't remember how you pronounce his name. It's like Hasabi Lame or something.
Okay. Maybe I've seen him, but I don't know.
He's like the second biggest on TikTok, I think.
I know who you're talking about. He's the guy that does the stuff real simple.
Yeah, so yeah, like somebody does this really complicated thing, like grab an ice cream with their hand, putting it on the cone, all this, and he just takes a scoop and puts it on there, and he's
yeah.
So
he's gone?
No, so what happened, and this was what really made me worried, because I was in my head, if it can happen to him, it can happen to anybody.
There's
what happened?
Another guy. I'll tell you after.
Okay. So what happened was somebody made a TikTok saying at the pace he's going, he's probably going to pass Charlie D'Amelio by the end of the year. And it went viral. So Charlie D'Amelio's fans went and spam reported him. He got taken down for a week, 5 days or something.
Jeez,
but he got it. Yeah, but I mean, I saw his backup account already had like 3 million or something. So
yeah.
But he got it back, and he's continuing to grow. He's probably somewhere around 70 million now. So he's closing in on her.
That is insane, man. But there's another dude that I think he gave up TikTok. He was the fake doctor. I don't know really what I won't get to. I think it was semi-political stuff where he would do like these jokes, pretty much making fun of whichever side he was making a joke on.
Yeah.
And he had like a fake doctor outfit on, and I think he got reported for something. I guess because one of the sides reported him because they hated what he said, and I think he got his account banned for a little bit, and then instead of he came back, but then he made like a couple TikToks that said, "I'm leaving the platform because I don't trust the reporting system."
Yeah,
I'll have to
and
find the guy who that is.
yeah, I'll have to look into that because I'm curious like how big he was. Because I've seen more and more people say that they're banned for a week.
Yeah,
Like it'll say in their bio, banned for a week. You know, can't post until this date. Like they can edit their bio and stuff like that, but they can't post.
yeah.
And I think that's where they go with things before they like permanently ban you. Is they ban you for like a week, like a slap on the wrist. So I definitely haven't, because I'm sure if you look at my statistics, it's like damn, like I got like I got like 2 or 3 videos a month that get permanently taken down for community guidelines violations, but
yeah,
I wonder how they really look at that. To them, is it just a number, or do they actually look into that to judge whether you should be banned or not?
Yeah, that's a good question. I can't imagine how many like videos and stuff they're dealing with, or is it an automated system?
It's definitely an automated system.
Yeah.
That's why it takes so long for somebody to look at your video for the appeal and stuff. But like I said, the age verification bug is so bad that I think that's why it took a week for them to review it. It took about a week for my wife to get hers reviewed too.
And you're getting a reply back from a real person, right?
She did. I've gotten one real reply, and then automated messages like, "Oh, if you think your video was wrongly banned and you should think it should be looked over again, submit another appeal." And it's like, oh. But after the second one, you're done. Can't appeal again.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Or like the death nut challenge that got taken down for dangerous activities twice, but there's people who literally their whole channel is them doing these hot challenges. Makes no sense.
Yeah. That stuff is I don't even know what to say.
I was like, don't do this. It's stupid. It's there's no reason to do this. I'm never doing it again. That was awful.
Maybe I gotta start doing challenges.
I mean, they're already asking me, what are you going to do for 4 million? And I almost want to like shy away from it because how bad is it going to get? What am I going to have to do? I got one that I'm going to post tomorrow. They said I should wrap my car with like a G Fuel wrap. And so my joke is like, oh yeah, so people can know it's me and then follow me home, Like that's stupid, man.
With your code on the side, Danny DeRio.
Yeah, I was like, I'll use code Danny D on there so they know it's me for sure.
Yeah, when are you gonna make the license plate Danny D?
Oh man.
I kind of want to get my license as TDawg, but I think it's too much.
Like I said, I just wouldn't want to risk there's always one weirdo.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all it takes, Yeah.
And
then they dox you.
Is it cool to have a custom license plate though?
I feel like that was a thing in like the old times, but nobody cares anymore.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's a little outdated.
Yeah. But
what I'm gonna switch topics on you.
Go for it.
Did you watch Captain America?
Oh yeah.
Can I get I have not started yet. Okay, so here's where I'm at. I loved WandaVision. I know you don't like WandaVision. I don't think you liked WandaVision.
It didn't.
I don't know why I loved it. The first 2 episodes were awful.
I respect it for definitely doing its own thing, taking chances with the style. It almost feels kind of indie the way they did it. Like it's very artsy at times. Yeah. But to me, the plot was just too predictable. I could see everything coming for like the last half of it. There was just no excitement. Whereas Falcon and Winter Soldier, without spoilers, just know that there is a huge plot point that was taken out at the last minute, and so the show just doesn't feel right. There was supposed so obviously there's this like terrorist group that's the main villain. It's just this group of people. Well, originally before the pandemic, it was written that they were gonna release like a virus or something, and so that whole plot got taken out. But they filmed it anyways, and so it's more like, oh, they just bombed a few places, and it just doesn't feel like the motivation's there to really be pissed off at them. I mean, obviously bombing places is bad too, but it just doesn't feel like it's on such a grand scale that they need to call in a couple of like Avengers, It's like
let the FBI handle that.
Yeah, I mean, they have them as like, oh, the super soldier serum is definitely a big plot point, but it's just, I don't know. You could tell that there's just something missing. And so
Okay.
because of that, it kind of fizzles out at the end, but it's still definitely worth the watch. They're definitely going to do a second season. So, whereas WandaVision, I don't think they're doing a second season.
Yeah, one. Yep. I think the Elizabeth, I think that's her name, right? Elizabeth Olsen. She said something recently that it's only one season,
Mhm.
which I was surprised, especially the way it ended. It seemed like it was going to continue into something.
It's leading into the next Doctor Strange film, I believe.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense then.
Yeah. But
now, did you start Loki?
oh yeah, that's the show everybody's been waiting for. Like that feels like real stakes, you know.
Yeah. Have you watched it yet?
I watched the first episode, yeah. Did you?
Okay. No.
Oof.
I should have watched it too, knowing we were going to be on this.
There is some there's some moments in there where you're like, bruh, like that. It's just it's the whole first episode is kind of a mind fuck. The whole thing. It's very.
I like that though.
Oh yeah, that's why I like it. And I mean, Loki, Tom Hiddleston is just such a good actor. I mean, the charisma that he's got is definitely a big part of it. So, and then Owen Wilson being like the other major character, it's really cool. But god damn, his nose just, why doesn't he get it fixed, man? It looks worse and worse as he ages.
It's like Anthony Davis, the basketball player with the unibrow. It's like it's just their thing.
I mean, I looked it up because I was like, bro, did he break it again? Because I know he's broken it a few times, but the articles that I all saw said that he always declines to talk about it. But supposedly he broke it in football, didn't like wait long enough for it to heal, and broke it even worse, and so it just healed super crooked. Yeah. But your nose, the cartilage, like the skin and all that, keeps growing as you age, so it's just gotten more and more warped. And it's like, bro, you have money, just go get it fixed. But it's like you said, maybe it's just, he doesn't care, and it's kind of what it's like his conversation piece, Everybody's like, oh yeah, the dude with the nose, Yeah,
I know who that guy is.
I couldn't, man. I'd be like, I got the money, I'm gonna get this damn thing fixed because I'm starting to look like a warlock, bro.
If I had the money, yeah, for sure.
But I love Owen Wilson. I've always liked him. Yeah, he's so goofy and.
He was even in that.
Dude, I love it because it's so. I love when comedic actors do they show their dramatic acting chops. He's still got that little goofiness to him, but it's a serious role. Yeah. So, I love that. When they do that.
Watch it.
Oh, 100%, dude. I would honestly watch that. I would start that before you start Falcon Winter Soldier, to avoid spoilers.
I know. I was definitely excited to watch that. I was just so surprised. I was so surprised how much I liked WandaVision. I don't know why.
I feel like when I was watching it, especially for like the first half, I kind of had that. What do you call it? Kind of like they always talk about it with the Phantom Menace, where they show all the fans are like, "Oh my gosh, it's so good! It's better than the original trilogy." And then now you look at it and it's like, God, it was so bad, But
hey, don't you dare! Not my movies.
Too much politics and Jar Jar, man. Can't do it.
Dude, I love those movies. I do.
I love them. But I mean, let's be real. They definitely weren't as good.
Well, before The Mandalorian came out, this is the reason George Lucas sold. It's because of people like you. And now, look, we got 7, 8, 9 because of it. That's your fault.
No, dude, it's not my fault. I'm like, hey, just give me more. I don't care as long as it's good. But that's the issue. It's sometimes it's just not good, man. I mean,
I'm glad it's kind of they're going away from movies for a little bit and doing the TV show thing. I think that's good,
bro. I mean, to be honest, I feel like if they just came out and said, you know what, that last movie, or even the last two, just didn't happen. They're not canon anymore, and they just redid them.
Yeah.
I feel like fans would be I mean, if they did that with the ending of the last season of Game of Thrones, imagine how much praise they would get for listening to the fans.
I can tell you, I've never watched a season of Game of Thrones.
If you ever do, just stop before the last season.
That's what I remember all my buddies. I'm pretty much the only person that I know that I don't think watched that show. And when I saw the disappointment on all my buddies' faces when they watched that last season, yeah, I felt bad because that's like a 10-year investment, and then these people.
I binged it all right before right up until the week before. I binged all of it. It was my job.
You know what show my wife and I are watching right now?
What?
Yellowstone.
Oh, dude, it's so good. It's so
Dude,
good, bro.
we watched 2 seasons in like 8 days.
Bro, the third season, I'm not gonna spoil nothing, but it keeps getting better, man. Gets better.
Oh, that feels good because I thought the second season really made me want to keep watching. And sometimes you get those seasons with TV shows and they don't ever get back to that.
Bro, people are like, I don't get it. What's it about? I'm like, bro, it's like the goddamn cowboy mafia, bro. That's literally like what it is, man.
It's so good. It's like
Kevin Costner. I've always liked him.
I like everybody in that show. I think the son, the youngest son, is really good. And then, have you ever seen the Fast and the Furious?
Yeah.
Like the trilogy. Have you seen them all?
Yeah, we're probably gonna go see the new one.
Have you seen Too Fast and Furious? Like, do you remember? Do you remember the bad guy?
I think so.
The guy who they like break into his garage to get the key from the middle of the Lambo.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, that long story short, that actor is the guy. What's his name? Kip. Is it Kip? Kit? The guy that is not the son. He's like the watcher of all the stuff. He's like the leader of the guys.
The big dude that always wears black.
Cowboy hat, beard is like kind of.
Yeah, he looks completely different, man. He looks completely different.
And I was like, I kept looking at him like that.
I know.
Dude sounds exactly like something. I'm like,
bro,
where is he from?
Like he's I know him from somewhere, but he didn't have a beard, and he obviously was like a smaller dude. Now he's just like a gorilla, bro. He's just a big old dude. And he's a great actor.
He was real Miami in Too Fast and Furious, like slick back hair.
Yeah, I remember now.
White pants and like the showing the chest hair, and now he's like this cowboy hat, big beard, long hair.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck?
If he hasn't yet, because I don't pay attention to like TV Emmys, I don't even really pay attention to Oscars that much anymore. Or at least these past like year I had him, you know.
Yeah.
But that guy deserves like an Emmy or something because he for how much screen time he has, he's killing it, man. Like
what's your favorite? Like, what was your favorite? I guess it might spoil from people that have seen it, haven't seen it, but
and that's the thing.
Season 2 ending, like what they were doing, like where they had to find where the guy was. I'm not going to go too in detail.
Yeah, no, I remember now because like season 3 is so like it just ups it even more that like it's just like a blur now.
Yeah,
but
season 2 is like where
they have to
find the kid. They got to
find the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just excited because the younger one is the Navy SEAL one, right? Is he the youngest?
So the kid is the one's a lawyer. The
Who's the youngest though? Isn't it Casey?
Yeah, he's the guy who's I don't know what he is in season 3, but season 2 he's just like the
dude. Even if they just gave me some flashbacks, I just want to see him. I mean, he kind of did there at the end of that season, but I mean, he's going after like one dude. But I want to see him go like Navy SEAL. You know, I mean, you used to get little moments of it, but I definitely think at one of these points, maybe I could see how they might bring it up the season that's coming in like a month. By the way, like as soon as you get through that season, it's almost time for the 4th one. And
is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, tell me that. You're telling me season 4's in the summer?
July, I believe. Yeah.
Oh my, I'm looking.
Yeah, dude.
I started this at the right time and didn't even mean to.
I'm same here. I mean, me and my wife literally watched all 3 seasons, and I mean, I just went on like Voodoo and just bought the seasons, you know, for like $20 a piece or something.
Well, we have
Paramount Plus.
We have Peacock.
Oh, it's on Peacock?
Yeah, and it links up. We get it for free with our cable.
I thought Peacock was like NBC's streaming service.
It is on there, and so it's free with cable, and then it's $4.99 a month to have commercial free everything. So I'm like, I'll just and we'll get through season 1 and 2.
I might have to look into that because we have Xfinity and we got like the sports package, but it definitely has like those channels.
Yep.
Because I mean, hockey's over and I'm still paying like an extra $75 a month or something like that for this package. I might as well get something out of it.
Dude, I want to cancel cable so bad. I watch nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's all you need is what's essential. I believe HBO Max is essential. Pretty much everything they make is at least worth a try. Like every show that comes out, it's at least watch the pilot, see what you think about it. You know, like even the bad stuff they make is better than a lot of the stuff that other platforms are making.
Did you watch Westworld? I want to go. Actually, keep going. Let's go back to HBO after you're done.
So I watched the first season of Westworld, but I never got into the second and third. And I know that the set burned down between season 2 and 3, so it was kind of a mess. They had to like totally redo the whole plot and everything. So
I love season 1. Season 2, I was lost as can be, and I just started season 3 recently, and it's all very futuristic. Like
which seemed cool, but I heard it's just kind of hit or miss episode wise. Like there's episodes that drag, but the first season, my issue was as I was watching it, and I mean this was when I was in the military, so all those guys are sitting there like, oh, I bet you this is gonna happen. Oh, Twitter's saying this is gonna happen. Reddit says this, and it literally the whole season was just spoiled, like because of the internet as I went.
Okay, so you didn't really get to actually experience it. No spoiler.
Everything that was happening, the theories were correct. Like there was people who had theories, and they sounded like out there, but that was exactly how it went.
Well, that's kind of how that show is.
Yeah, but I like the setting and everything. The acting's good.
What about HBO, man? I think I do agree. Like the shows are very high quality. We watched. What did we watch? My goodness, what's it called? I blanked on it.
So
it was a movie. Watchmen.
Was it a show or a movie?
It was a show on HBO.
Yeah, I watched that. That was really good, but that's definitely like a artsy show. But I loved it. I love. So it's the same guy who made The Leftovers. You ever heard of that show?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it, watched it, or anything.
The Leftovers is basic premise: 2% of the world just disappears.
Okay.
So like it starts out and there's like a lady in her car and she's like, you could tell she's kind of pissed because the baby won't stop crying, and then all of a sudden the crying stops, baby's gone, and then all hell breaks loose because people are literally like walking with their grandma and their grandma just disappears.
Right.
And it's not like The Rapture where there's like a pile of clothes, like they're just gone. No trace. And so it's about people dealing with that and, trying to figure out what happened and kind of trying to deal with the fact that, like one of the main characters, her whole family just disappeared at the breakfast table.
So we're doing Avengers kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of like that before. I mean, it ended years ago, but it's one of those shows that is so weird. And they leave you just with a little bit, enough at the end of each episode where you're like, where the hell is this going? Like, what is that about? What's this? What's that? So it's definitely worth the watch, but it's depressing. HBO.
Okay.
And it's got the Justin Theroux is the main dude, and I think he's super underrated as an actor, and he wrote Tropic Thunder and all kinds of stuff. So
I'm trying to think what else. I watched Boardwalk Empire. I never finished Boardwalk Empire.
Never seen that one. I need to watch that, and I need to watch Peaky Blinders. I heard those two are really good.
I'm surprised you haven't seen Peaky Blinders.
I don't really get into BBC stuff too much.
It took me a little bit to get into it. I would say 4 or 5 episodes.
But
and then once it hit, it hit.
I like the main actor. Can't think of his name, but he was fantastic in A Quiet Place Part 2. If you haven't seen that, by the way, he was awesome in that.
I want to see that so bad. I want to go back. Going to the theater is one of my favorite things to do in the entire world.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And the fact that I haven't done that yet is offensive to me.
If I ever come to Maryland or you come to New Mexico, we got to go see something that my wife doesn't really care too much for.
I would love that. I gotta make how far. This may be a stupid question. How far are you from like Vegas?
I want to say like 9-10 hours.
Okay, so it's sad, but I don't know my maps too well.
It's right next to LA. It's like 2 or 3 hours from LA.
Okay. That's not too bad then.
Yeah, I think it's like a 4-hour drive from like my parents' house.
Have you done LA yet?
I lived there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that's where I was living before I moved here.
For some reason, I thought you lived somewhere. I thought you lived in like Phoenix.
Bro, I'm from Arizona, but I've lived all over. Like I lived in North Carolina for 6 months, Jersey for a few months for boot camp. But
yeah. My cousins live in Carolina.
I lived in Washington State for almost a year and a half. Up like right across from Canada. Like I could literally take like a 20-minute boat ride and be in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
But San Francisco and LA, I lived for 4 years back and forth because of deployments.
When's this going live? This YouTube video?
This Sunday.
Okay, never mind then.
Why?
I was gonna share something on this, but I can't announce it till later.
Okay. You tell me afterward?
I will. I will actually.
I'm like,
but
ooh.
Stay tuned. Monday or Tuesday, if you're watching the video, go to my Twitter. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool actually. It's got potential. It's with something to do with Call of Duty. I'll give them that. That's about it.
Good for you. Whatever it is, good for you, man. Because there's definitely a point where it seems like you get taken seriously as a content creator for that stuff, and I don't think I'd ever get to that point. I just don't have the passion.
You're
like
really
some of you guys do.
It's crazy. I've been playing it for so long, but I am jealous that you can play whatever game you want. You know, it's great being really passionate about a game, but like I would be scared to go play Fortnite, and I would love to play Fortnite. And I know I got the purple check and all that. It doesn't matter about views, but at the same time, to me it does a little bit still. I mean, I don't want to be streaming to 5 people when I average 150.
Do you stream in the afternoons?
No, I'm still like 9 to 1 Eastern.
Do like a little stream or something these days. We'll have to like squad stream because we're both partners.
A little Fortnite.
Yeah, and if you're worried about your numbers, I'll just hit you with a raid afterward, man.
Dude, hey, Fortnite, man, I'm definitely down. We got to link that up. Well, as soon as summer starts, I want to try to do like 9 to maybe 11:30
at night, or in the what do you mean?
In the morning, and then go get lunch, go work out, come back like 2 to 4, 2 to 5, and see how that is.
Yeah,
so I can
interesting.
Kind of West Coast people and see. I might bomb, and I'll just not do it, but.
I mean, that's the thing is once you make partner, you just gotta try everything, man. You gotta. Yeah. I mean,
So for mine, nights do terrible for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not Jordy. Where like Jordy gets on at like 2 a.m. and there's 1,000 people there.
That's a different kind of night, though. I'm talking like.
Yeah, I mean, it's
8 to 12.
I think Jordy kind of because I was messaging him because this is episode 49, so we're trying to set up where he's gonna be on episode 50 next week.
Yeah.
We'll see if that works out. But the first time he was gonna be on, it just didn't work out because his sleep schedule was so messed up. He's like, dude, I woke up at 7 today. I'm like, bro, you're 3 hours ahead of me, so like I'm streaming that time. So,
is he in Canada? For some reason, I feel like he's in Canada.
Yeah, I believe he's in Canada, and I think he's an hour past Eastern time. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was watching him the other day. I think he was playing Halo.
Yeah, I mean he's
over zone right now, and I think
a lot of people are
freaking out. Yeah, not freaking out, but he's like, this game is not very fun right now. Pretty much. I mean,
I feel like, and I'll definitely have to talk to him about it, but I feel like he's never really enjoyed Warzone that much. Like it just
kind of blew up with it though.
It's the memes. I mean, he's good at doing that. And I know he can do that with any game if he just if he was passionate about it.
Yep. But that's what saved it for me was I went into his chat. I'm like, dude, you should try Rebirth. And he's like, I don't really like Rebirth.
Oh, I played Rebirth with him. He hated it, bro.
Dude, he did not seem like he liked it. But, I mean, that's what saved it for me. Like if Rebirth wouldn't be in this game, I honestly do not know where I would be streaming, because I just do not enjoy Verdansk that much. Yeah. I really don't. It's sad, but I think that map is so like I don't know how people still are playing that map. It literally got a reskin, and people were acting like nothing. Like what?
I can't do it anymore. I pop in every once in a while, or I'll do customs with like Danny Bartok. I don't know if you know him.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I mean, today I said I was gonna play it, and I got to like 2.5 hours of Fortnite, and people were like, "All right, is it time for Warzone?" Because it was really like, split up the stream into 2 games. Yeah. And I sat there and I was like, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I do not feel like playing Warzone right now. We're gonna go play Dead by Daylight. So I haven't played that.
Is that do pretty well when you do like 2.5 hours or something, and 2.5 hours or something else?
Yeah, I mean, I've always kind of done it that way where I break it up, because I get bored, and then I could tell they get bored too. Like
Yeah.
It's
That's how
definitely it's different for people like Nick Merckx and Tim the Tap Man. You know, it doesn't matter. People just watch him to be there for stuff when it happens. I mean, XQC. I don't know if you watch him. He'll play. I mean, the whole slots thing. I don't know how people aren't talking about that more. Aiden Ross kind of just accidentally leaked some stuff about that.
I saw there used to be two people that I watched, not regularly, but a pretty good amount. And there was a dude that used to do like competitive Black Ops Blackout, and he switched to whatever it is. What'd you say it was called again?
Slots, like casino slots,
full time. And then there's a guy named Heel Mike. Have you ever seen him before? He's a Fortnite guy, pretty big on the Fortnite scene. He's pretty much slots now too.
Bro, I mean it's. I watched XQC play slots while I was editing for like 3 hours one time, and next thing you know, I got this slot game on my phone. I'm just like, fake money, just messing with it, you know, because it's just like.
Yeah. Is it fake money? Are they fake money
there?
No,
they. So that's what Aiden Ross exposed, was just how it works. I mean, everybody kind of had an idea of how it worked, but he accidentally, while he was switching screens, pulled up his Discord, and there was a conversation, and he was talking to some like online bet, you know, people, and they were arguing because Aiden Ross, I guess, said $1.4 million a month was not enough to do slot streams. Yeah, dude, he's gambling with their money, bro. Like, people think XQC is over here, like, you know, dropping 250 grand, but it's somebody else's money. But the main takeaway is just, you know, when you watch these people and you get the urge to go do it yourself, because I've had friends who are like, oh yeah, but you just, you know, convert your stuff to Bitcoin, and you go over there and use it. That's how it's like a loophole, because it's not US dollars. But you got to understand that no matter what, like literally XQC could sit there and lose $1 million and he's still making money.
Yeah.
So
it's
scummy.
I never did gambling. I've just never had the desire to do it, honestly.
I mean, my real father, he had an addiction to it, so I've just always kind of stayed away.
That's what it is, you know, you stay away from that stuff because you just don't know how you're going to react to it.
You should have seen me on my phone, man. That night, I was just like, just
spinning
it, bro. And there's all these different games. They all make different noises and, you know, different themes and stuff like that. And
I went to Vegas, too. I've been to Vegas. I saw a Call of Duty event in Vegas, and I didn't even gamble. Not that I'm some white knight. I just didn't. I just had no desire to do it.
I feel like if I was going to do anything, I'd go play blackjack a little bit. But, I mean, you just be like, all right, you know, here's, I don't know, $250. I'm not spending more than that. You know, if I lose it, I lose it. I feel like if you double your money, you should just be like, all right, that's enough. Can't get greedy.
Get it out of there. Get out of there.
That's
now.
the issue. People are like, oh my gosh, I doubled my money. I'm going to quadruple it. And they just lose it all in like 2 hands.
Yeah. I need a new keyboard. That's what I'm going with. Take the money. Go get yourself a new key. Get yourself a key light.
I mean, stocks and crypto is kind of like gambling too. I mean, I got some Ethereum, and they put Dogecoin on Coinbase, which is like probably the most respected cryptocurrency trading app right now. And so like, I put a little bit of money in there, and if it goes up like 10 cents, I'll make a couple $100, you know, and I'll just keep day trading that.
I did Bitcoin, a little bit of it.
I think that ship, like when?
I have no idea what I'm doing. I bought it months ago.
Okay. That ship has sailed. Ethereum's going to take over Bitcoin in the next couple of years.
Hey, you know more than I do.
I don't, though. That's the thing. Everybody thinks they know what they're talking about, but everybody's just kind of repeating what other people say that don't know what they're talking about. Yeah. But I mean, Ethereum is just it's a more useful currency. So it just makes sense that that's going to eventually take over with the pace that it's at.
I thought it was cool there for a little bit that Elon was taking it for Tesla.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, that's why Dogecoin kind of scared me, because they said somebody owns 33% of the coin.
Yeah.
And everybody thinks it was Elon. I think it was.
It wouldn't surprise me.
But I mean, it's been chilling around like 35 cents. And so I think I bought a little bit around 35 and a little bit around 33. So if it goes up to like 45 cents, I'll sell and then just buy back again when it dips. Because that coin fluctuates so much.
That's what I do. I don't pay attention to any of that. I just leave it there. I just sit on it, and I
Yeah.
probably should be doing what you're doing is
I
selling a little
mean,
bit.
this is not financial advice or anything like that, but when I was in the military, the last year I was in, I day traded American Airlines because I probably like 8 months before I got out, I knew something was fishy, and I was like, this coronavirus thing sounds like, I was like, I'm not scared of like people dying, but it definitely sounds like it's contagious and bad enough that it's gonna take you out of commission for a few days.
Yeah.
And so I kept an eye on it, but once I saw the airline stocks fluctuating the way they were, I think I turned like 5 or 6 grand into like 13 or 14, and then right now it's like worth 22 grand, and it's at half the price that American Airlines was before the pandemic. So there's my down payment for a house.
I love it. I love what you're doing.
But it's just been sitting there for almost a year now, so I'm not gonna pay as much tax on it now that it's like long term. So
awesome. I mean, that's always nice when you get something like that happen.
Yeah, I mean,
get more into it. I'd like to get more into it, but like I just don't know what I'm talking about.
I mean, it sounds dumb, but I mean, you really just gotta pay attention to what's going on. It's not even that, man. It's just like, there's always examples like we go to war, invest in razor companies because a lot more people are going to get drafted. They got to shave. It's simple stuff like that.
Yeah, good point.
Can't overthink it.
No, you're right.
But don't invest into some startup company. That's never a good idea. Or buy into like the IPO when a company first goes public. There's almost always a drop within like a week.
Yeah. What speaking of Elon Musk, would you have any desire to ever get a Tesla?
Yeah, just not until I can go farther in it than I can with a gasoline car. Right now, it's just like
that's the only problem with it right now. It's just not working. You guys sit there and wait 40 minutes to fill up.
Yeah, well, I just think it's funny because people are like, "What are you talking about, bro?" Like, they have Teslas that can get like 400 and something miles of range. That's like the same. And I'm like, bro, that's like a top of the line Tesla. I'm not gonna go from like a $25,000 Corolla to like an $80,000 Tesla.
I want to upgrade to like you know what I really like for some reason? I just love Chargers. Dodge Chargers. I don't know why. Fast and Furious thing for me.
I respect them for keeping such a classic body style.
Yeah.
But they're just, whatever you do, if you're gonna get one, get a V8. Because I drove a V6. A buddy of mine's, I drove it, and it was just, the car's too heavy and too big for that small of an engine. You have to have a V8.
Yeah. Yep. I was looking at them, and then now I'm hearing it's not smart to buy right now because it's like the chips or something. Like people, they're not as frequent or don't have them.
Everything's buggy right now. Just, I mean, everything that has to do with software or programming, any of that stuff, people were out sick or, rotating shifts and stuff like that, and stuff just didn't get checked as well as it should have. And I think we're going to be dealing with that stuff for like another year or so, just the hiccups from it down the line.
Yeah. Yeah. That sucks. But I mean, I can wait. I work mostly from home, my real job, and then this is always at home. So I don't really need a car.
I mean, believe me, if I was and that's the thing is, I feel like I wouldn't be, I feel like the whole family aspect of things is definitely what has like made me stand out a little bit amongst the crowd. But if it was just me by myself, I'd definitely have like a Mustang right now. I would go and get another one. But
yeah,
that's stupid, man.
It really is. It really is. It's just, it's not worth it. I right now I have a little Dodge Avenger. It's a little mini version of the Charger.
What year?
14.
Any issues with it?
Never one.
Maybe it's because they discontinued that car, right?
Yeah. I think mine's the last year that you can get it.
Because I had a buddy who just nothing but problems with his.
It's so, and when I bought it, people said the same thing. They said this thing is gonna cause issues. I tell you, I'm like, all right.
Maybe you got lucky.
I guess I got lucky because that thing has had one issue with it. I get the oil change and all that crap, and it works just fine. That's why and I don't drive a lot. Like I drive
Same
to the
here.
gym,
Yeah.
I drive to basketball. I drive to go get food. I'm not going to DC every day. I'm not going to Baltimore every day. So I'm not
Yeah.
putting crazy wear and tear on it either.
Yeah, I think my Corolla might have a transmission like programming issue sometime down the road. Like I've noticed it kind of like misshifting sometimes because it has a launch gear on it
Yeah.
that they added for that specific. I have like the Sport Edition, and that's what they did is they added a launch gear so it has like a little bit more of a kick to it when you first put your foot on the gas. And I noticed every once in a while it like hesitates. And I think last time or no, when I took my wife to get her Corolla, because I was like, yeah, let's just get you another Corolla, because she had like some crappy Kia car that was just falling apart already. Those cars are. Have you seen the TikToks?
I was going to interrupt you and say the Kia, what they're doing now is pretty good though. Like the Telluride, have you seen that?
Oh, no, I haven't. What's that?
It's their like new SUV, and it's like it looks nice.
My thing is and it's still an issue to this day. Something about the way that Kia machines their engines, it's just catastrophic. Like they start burning oil at like 60,000 miles.
Yeah. I can't risk it for a Kia. The Telluride looks really good. Their new car looks really good, but the Kia's still got that like for me.
It's still a Kia. Yeah. I mean, but what I was gonna say is there's TikToks of these mechanics that literally swap engines in Kias, and they just show like, yep, this one, this, that, and it's like, bro, how are they still having this issue? Why can't they just? I don't know, but they're just. I do not trust those cars at all.
No, I don't know. The Telluride, hopefully they get a better rep or wrap or whatever it is in the future.
Yeah.
But who knows with Kia? Who knows?
Yeah.
What are you working? Where are you working out at the gym today?
Back.
Are you back into it? I think the last time we had talked, you were either trying to get back into it.
I'm on like week 5 or 6, yeah, of back into it.
Okay. Well, maybe that was longer than I thought, but yeah, once you get into it and get into a rhythm, then you like now I'm at the point where like if I don't go, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I feel bad if I don't. But that first week was rough. I was so sore, bro. I like everything hurt.
Everything's sore, and you can't move, and it just everything hurts. You're like, why am I doing this?
All the lactic acid. Yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm never not gonna work out again. It's
at this point, you don't want to get to that point where I don't think I've been sore in a while, and that's probably not a good thing, but
same here.
It's nice when you can get. It's nice when you leave the gym and you're a little sore after lifting for a long time in a row, because you're like, wow, I forgot that feeling.
Bro, what's really bad is I was really into jiu-jitsu, which is a very cardiovascular heavy sport. You're just constant. You're literally trying to choke each other out for like 5 minutes, right? Yeah. And I got on a treadmill to jog, and I was just like, bro, dude, I feel like a smoker or something. I can't breathe. It's so bad, dude.
I've been doing the stair stepper occasionally too.
Oh, that burns after a while, for sure.
Dude, it burns after like 2.5 minutes. You're like, okay, well, how long have I been on here? 10, 15, 20 minutes? You look down, it says 2. You're like, oh, this is not good. This is not good.
Yeah.
But that's usually what I do. I'll try to do that, or I've been doing walk with an incline too. That apparently is really good for you.
That's really good for your calves.
Yeah. So I've been doing that, and dude, I love going to the gym, man. I'm glad everything's kind of opened back up again.
It took me a few weeks to relax at the gym though. Like the first couple of weeks, I was just like, oh, like I need to get home and do this, do that, do this, this video, that. But I finally to the point where like when I go there, I'm like, all right, this is my time to just like relax. not think about work, just focus on the workout.
Where do you go? What's the gym called?
I mean, I'm not gonna say what gym I go to. Somebody's gonna show up all of a sudden, and like look at the sign-in sheet to see what my name is at this point. But I go to.
Is it a chain gym or is it like a individual gym?
It's like it's like a local chain, like local to Albuquerque. But it's a 24-hour gym. So like I've gone at 3 a.m, bro. So I'm like, I'll go whenever I can, and I'll
go.
It's nice to go there when there's nobody there too.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I do Planet Fitness in about I usually go when I'm done streaming, and it's not too bad. Not too bad at that time.
Pizza
But if you go like,
Fridays.
dude, I don't even know if Arden does that. I don't, I've seen it before, but I haven't seen it recently. They're probably not doing it now because of like sharing pizza.
There was a right now it's probably an issue, but there was the jiu-jitsu gym I went to in San Fran had a Planet Fitness right around the corner, so I had to walk past it. And
Yeah.
every Friday I would see that stack of pizzas, and I'm just like, Jesus, bro, they are just bait and switch, man. Like, oh, come to the gym, it's healthy, feel good, and they're like, all right, now we're gonna keep you here because you're just gonna stay fat.
Hey man, whoever created the system for Planet Fitness, they are probably making a killing because
Dude.
I feel like there's so many of them now.
Everything has like because ever since boot camp, I just don't look. I always look at like, all right, what's the hidden reasoning behind stuff? Because in boot camp, everything feels ridiculous, but when you think about it, there's a point to it. Everything has like a real world application. Like they would literally just have us like take a life vest on and off a million times as fast as we could, and if you like messed up or like stopped for a second, you get your ass handed to you. You start doing push-ups.
Yeah.
But first day I was on the boat, like out at sea, and we had like a drill. Like, I mean, my life jacket was on in 2 seconds. It's like, it's all just little hidden meanings. And to me, it's like Planet Fitness. It's so cheap. It's like, how do they make money? And the biggest downfall of a lot of gyms is you open them and then the equipment over time gets worn out, stuff like that. But with Planet Fitness, you can't drop the weights. You can't abuse equipment the way that you would at a normal gym, and it keeps the equipment fresh.
I think one of their other things too is it's $10 a month. And I mean, if you're like me, you're like, if I don't go for a month or two, I don't mind paying $10 a month because I don't want to have to go in there and cancel.
Mm-hmm.
I can just start up I'll go start back up in August.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden August turns into next August. And you spent, $120, which is not a crazy amount, but if you do 120 times 100,000 people, that adds up.
Yeah.
So I think that's their part of their strategy too. Honestly.
Definitely. There's definitely a lot of things that they do where I'm like, it's scummy, but if you know what you're doing, you could definitely take advantage of it.
Yeah.
I can't. To me, like there's a Planet Fitness right next to like a gun shop that I go to because I had a couple guns that I put up for sale.
Yeah.
And so like I see the gym, and I'm like, you know what? I mean, I see the sign and it's like, sign up for $5, for like the first year or something. And I'm like, it is before I signed up for this gym, I was like, it is tempting, like it's cheap. I could definitely.
It's always clean. Mine's always clean.
Yeah.
And everybody's nice, and like the workers are always nice and always walking around, make sure you got everything you need.
But I see like people sitting there on their phone in massage chairs, and I'm just like, bro.
Yeah, that's a lot of it. I mean, a lot of it's people not even there to work out.
Just
kind of out doing their thing, chatting.
Yeah, it's like they almost made it like a social place.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. I think that's part of their thing too.
I mean, it definitely is like the normie gym, I would say.
Yeah, we have like, I think I have 4 or 5 within a half hour of me.
Yeah, they're huge, man. They're probably the biggest gym chain in the country right now, next to like 24-hour fitness, probably.
Yep. I have one of those nearby. I think it's maybe 20 minutes down the way.
But I think 24-hour fitness filed for bankruptcy, so
they're not going to be 20 minutes away anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, every 24-hour fitness I've been to, the equipment looks like it's starting to get old. So like I said, it's just that's part of it. That's
probably a big upgrade too. Once you got to do that,
oh man, when I was working at the movies, they were talking about like switching out the seats to those nice ones, in a couple years, and just hearing them talk about how expensive it was, I was like, bro, like they're gonna lose money doing that,
Yeah. My movie theaters just did it probably within like a year ago, maybe 2. I guess I this COVID year I just kind of don't even count, but it's like 2 years ago.
Half of the theaters here closed during the pandemic. They're not opening again.
Wow.
Sad, dude.
It is. It is because I mean, like I said, that's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, mine
Go,
too.
go to a meal and then go to a movie. I
Dude,
just
did you see the TikTok that the TikToks me and my wife did?
I see the ones where you like talk about TV shows.
Yeah, so but we went and
Great.
saw A Quiet Place Part 2, and then we went to this place called The Melting Pot. It's like a fondue
Oh
place.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. It was an experience, you know.
It's a good night right there.
Yeah.
I'm a Cheesecake Factory guy.
I like Cheesecake Factory too. Now, my only issue is it's so hard to decide what to get. There's so many like random ass things on the menu.
So much on the menu, but once you find the thing that you like, I get like this plate of it's like half steak, half salmon with
Ooh,
mashed potatoes and broccoli, and it's unbelievable. I might go there
yeah.
for lunch tomorrow.
Just talking about it. Yeah,
And stream, guys. I'm heading to Cheesecake, guys. See you later.
yeah.
Can we get 5 gifted though, so I can make sure I can
5 gifted for pay for my dinner.
get 5 gifted, please. I need to make sure I get this.
Yeah, make it 6 so I can get a slice of cheesecake on the way out.
Yeah, yeah, I need probably 10 for that. Cheesecake's more expensive than the meal is.
Is it?
It's pretty expensive. I think it's like $10 a piece of cheesecake.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not that big of a cheesecake guy.
No, I would never spend $10 for cheesecake. I mean, if you give me a piece of cheesecake, I'll eat it. But for me to have to spend $10 on it,
like if you
not.
if you put like my favorite type of like birthday cake or just a cake in general, like my favorite type of pie, a decent type of cheesecake, I'm taking the pie every time, man. I like pie.
Yeah,
Cake's
I'm
okay.
I'm not a big desserts guy.
Me either. But I mean, it definitely hits the spot when it does, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what I would choose, honestly. Probably for any dessert after something, maybe even like just a simple like brownie. Keep it simple.
Brownies are
Like
good, yeah.
I'm not a big like cake guy. I'm not a big pie guy.
You know, Buffalo Wild Wings, if you go there and and like it's your birthday or you say it's your birthday, whatever you want to do, they give you this slice of cake. What's
Okay,
up?
never mind.
They
But
yeah,
there's
they
like brownie bites or something.
it's like a chocolate cake. It's chocolate cake with chocolate filling, chocolate frosting, chocolate chips, and that is like the best cake I've ever had. I don't know, and it's totally just like store bought. I don't know where from.
Yeah, you got to
But
figure it out.
I know. I just gotta straight up be like, yo, anybody work at Buffalo Wild Wings in chat? Like, where do you guys get this chocolate cake from?
There's no way you don't have somebody from your TikTok following that doesn't work at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Or at least worked there at one point, you know?
One
Like,
point, and then you get that secret recipe, and then you're in.
yeah, dude. What boggles my mind is since TikTok is geographically based, the comments where they'll say like last night they were like, oh yeah, that's the Whataburger right by Albertsons. Like, I live right by there. I'm just like,
You got people right by you. Have you had anybody yet know who you are?
yeah,
Yeah.
I've been
Pretty good
noticed.
amount.
Pretty good amount, yeah, more than I expected.
Yeah.
Like we went to the mall one day. We were there for like 3 or 4 hours, and we probably got recognized like a dozen times. It was pretty
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's gonna happen anywhere, it's gonna happen here. I mean, my parents came to visit, and we went to the zoo, and my dad was like, "You're famous," and I was like, "No, I'm not. Like, it's just I'm easy to like spot, you know." But
You kind of. I mean,
I
I'm a
don't like
fan.
that word.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't either. But I mean, like when people know you for something, I mean,
The funny thing was, I mean, little man's right there. You know, there's my wife, but they come up to me. And to me, it's like everybody's always asking about little man and stuff. So it was just interesting
yeah,
that they come up to me. But I mean, I am the one who does the majority of it, you know.
yeah.
But
I had somebody in the gym know who I am.
that's what I keep worrying about. Is somebody at the gym's gonna notice me?
I made the gym. It's not bad though, because now every day I go up to him to talk about what workout he's doing, and
Yeah,
it's kind of easy conversation. And
I
then there
guess
was a
it depends on the person. I guess if they're like some
yeah.
weirdo, then yeah, it's every time you're gonna be like paranoid.
I've had 2 people, and both people have been super nice.
Yeah, I feel like somebody's gonna like make a TikTok of me working out and like getting pinned to the bench with too much weight or something, you know, and then all of a sudden it goes viral. Danny Dorito's weak as hell.
I might make a video about that and say, keep a lookout for this guy, man.
Yeah.
Make a video, make a reward.
Yeah. No, somebody said they're like, bro, do you actually work out? I was like, yeah. And so I saw a comment. Somebody was like, do you even lift, bro? I totally want to take, because I'd gotten like a strawberry muscle milk. I totally want to be like, yeah, I work out. And then like show me like pouring the strawberry muscle milk, throwing in like a scoop of strawberry banana G Fuel, pounding it, and then me working out at the gym, you know, like I think that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, you could probably do a little gym content if you wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, if I go late at night, like I don't have to worry about, you know, like me filming myself.
That would be weird, I think, with people around you. It might, and for me, I would not be able to do it.
And I guess if they say something like, oh, I'm just, you know, really care about my form, you know, or something. Yeah.
I'm an instructor. I'm trying to, I don't know. You could definitely do it though. That's the nice thing about your following is you can kind of, and it might take a second to kind of like connect the dots, but most part, you switch your content up and people follow it.
Yeah, I feel like anytime there's something new that happens, there definitely is like a little explosion. I definitely could change it up a little. It's just TikTok.
Just a lot. You got to think of it. It's like a lot of thinking.
It's definitely just become like routine. You know, every day I wake up, do a couple TikToks. I usually have a couple the day before done. You know.
Yeah.
But the main thing is I'm looking at, because if I do it a certain way, the military, like the college that I earned will actually pay for it. But I was thinking about taking some acting classes. There's a talent agency out here that I think would probably be able to do something with me since of the social media stuff. If I got verified on TikTok, that would be a game changer for acting.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to get into the film and TV industry still.
Well, isn't it once you get verified on one, it kind of.
Oh, I mean, the thing is there's definitely a difference between like verified on Twitch and being verified on TikTok with 3 million followers. It's just a completely different number. So
yeah, people always ask me, "Are you verified on anything yet?" I'm like, Twitch. That's about it.
I guarantee you, if I can get verified, because I should be getting a check mark on YouTube any day since I hit 100K.
Yeah.
Like I have other YouTubers who are like bigger than me have reached out and be like, bro, why don't you have your check mark yet? And I'm like, I don't know, probably because it just happened so fast, you know.
Yeah.
But like I'm still waiting for the plaque. Like it hasn't even popped up in my dashboard yet. But I think it's because they're gonna like do both at the same time.
Yeah. Well, you had that big spike, right? Because then you say like, hey, if we get 100,000 by this, you did
shave my head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still growing it back. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, it worked.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said,
you do another challenge, get 200,000 out of it. I
got somebody sent me, and I after that Death Nut challenge, I got like PTSD. But they sent me like the Satan's toe. It's like a lollipop that you have to keep in your mouth for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So the Death Nut was 13 million Scovilles, right? And like, just to put into perspective, I don't know if you know about hot stuff. Buffalo Wild Wings, the Blazing Challenge is only like 330,000 Scovilles. So it's
a different level.
A different universe. Yeah, it's the Satan's toe is 9 million Scovilles, but you got to keep it in your mouth for 5 minutes. That's the challenge. So it would be a YouTube video because I got to sit there for 5 minutes. It's not going to be a TikTok. People would just say it's fake.
I mean, if you could get 200,000 subscribers out of it for 5 minutes of pain.
I was going to say 250K. Like, I feel like that's a solid goal.
Yeah, that's kind of like that's the next step. 250, then 500.
Then 1 million. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, YouTube was never something I really focused on, so.
I've been trying to get into it now that shorts is seems to be a thing where you can
Yeah. I tried to stay away from the shorts because they just don't do as well for me. I think it's because a lot of my TikToks are responding to comments, and those are kind of weird to put on YouTube, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't have a whole lot to put on YouTube unless I make content specifically for it. But their algorithm is messed up. I watched one video today about, it's called like a bullhead snake. It has like a really weird like head. It's really weird shaped. And like every video now on my feed is either snakes or some type of animal. Like it's just all, it took one video to like totally change the whole feed. Same thing with guns. I watched one TikTok where a guy demonstrated like a Call of Duty reload, like that same style, like showing like, you know, comparison. It looks like the game where like he's got it like pointed up, he's inspecting it.
Isn't that shorts? Isn't that shorts or no?
Yeah.
I've
I
seen
think
that guy. He like
yeah,
blew up overnight, didn't he?
yeah. But after that, like every video was gun related for like a week.
Huh.
It's weird. But anyways, right before this, while I was waiting for you, like I was watching a video of a rhino getting his like horns shaved off because apparently if they take their horns off, then hunters won't like try to, there's no point in killing a rhino if he doesn't have his
Right.
horns because that's what they poach him for. But like, just completely went from guns to animals in like a second. It's weird. I went on the other side of the spectrum.
That's how my TikTok is though. It's like not like certain days it's exactly what I like, and then certain days it's like, what in the world is this?
Yeah, no, I get you. My For You page is so random, bro. It'll be like streamer.
Most of the time it's Call of Duty for me, and then it's just not even in the same area code.
For me, it's like streamer, and then it's I don't know what's an example, like a dog video, and then all of a sudden it's like a guy getting like an industrial size tub of Tapatio dumped on his head while he's sleeping or something.
Yeah.
It just there's
nice and random.
Yeah.
And that's TikTok though. TikTok is random.
Yeah, dude, some of the stuff on there, like you sit there and you're like, this is so stupid, so ridiculous, but you get why it went viral. You're like, it's just right place at the right time. Like I literally watched one where it was this guy and it said found my dad after 17 years of searching or something like that. And it's literally just some fat guy, like shirtless, doing his laundry. And he like walks up and he's like, what? Like, why are you filming me? You could tell he's like, what? Why? And then he tries to open the window and it won't open.
There's like, a lot of fun. There's a funny one. What's the one where I've been seeing? Like, do you remember this guy? Yeah, me neither. This isn't this has nothing to do with that. Have you seen that guy?
I think so.
They're so funny. I described that terribly, but it was like, do you remember this guy? And then it puts a picture up of some random person.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, me neither. Me neither.
Have you seen where it'll say do you feel old yet? And it shows, like 20 years ago, some famous actor, and then it shows them now and it's like a completely different person. Like
it's kind of the same thing. Those are so good. I love those.
Yeah.
Love those. That kind of stuff, like that's the stupid stuff on TikTok that I'm like, I'll take more of it. I'll take more.
It's like Jordy's video where the baby popped up and he's like, Travis Scott, like
yeah. His videos, it doesn't matter what he puts up. They just blow up, man. I
gotta talk to him about it because he on Twitter, he's always talking about how he has like 300 ideas just sitting in his notes.
I almost messaged or just tweeted him. He doesn't really know me too well. I sub to him on Twitch, and I think I've talked to him a little bit on Twitter, but I was like, hey man, I'll take 2 of those ideas.
Yeah. He went to school for editing. Makes sense.
I mean, you can tell.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I wish I debate on getting into it and editing myself, or just like kind of dabble with it. But
I
working a job right now, I'd rather pay somebody.
I'll be honest. There's for me, because I had I don't know if you've ever seen Life of Luxury. You probably have and didn't know it. They're like these scary videos, that are just weird and kind of cringe. Like the acting is purposely bad and like kind of funny on purpose, And I mean, they get like 10 million views per video. And so like I talked to him and he just, he kind of talked about it takes 250 hours of editing. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about when I edit and I'm like, I stress over 4 hours of editing for like one G Fuel review, Yeah. But I think the thing is it depends on what you're editing. If you're editing the same thing all the time, yeah, it's going to get mundane. But if I was editing like a short film or something like that, I feel like I'd have a different passion for it.
Yeah.
And so there's a buddy that I connected with, Genie Boy, who works in the film industry. And we've talked about short film stuff. Like he's saving for like some short film he wants to do with like a $30,000 budget. And he's like, dude, just tell me, we'll write a character just for you. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude, you know. But it's like I don't know what it is, man. I just have a passion for that stuff. Like I get excited just talking about it. I mean, a lot of my TikToks are acting, man. You know.
Yeah.
So
you ain't wrong.
I mean,
Well,
it's worth it's. I mean, it might as well just, you know, take a chance and see what comes of it. If it works out, cool. If not, you know, I can at least say that I gave it a shot.
That's how everything is. Even with your thing that you're doing now, streaming, TikTok, all that stuff. Like at one point, you're like, you know what? I might as well try it and see what happens. And
Yeah.
then
The only thing I worry about is like what's his name? Something Handler, the kid who played Carl in The Walking Dead.
I know who you're talking about, obviously.
Anyways, he's a streamer. I've popped into his streams a few times. No offense to him, but he doesn't really interact with chat very much. You know, he's just kind of there. But
I've done that. I've went into like celebrities or like athletes or
yeah.
They just know that they'll get the viewership no matter what.
That's why I tell my wife, I was like, I really don't feel like there's anything to lose, you know. If I try the acting thing, it works out, cool. But at the same time, you know, it's just another way to break out as far as just being discoverable 24/7. You know, the way I look at it. But like I look at him and literally the only reason people come to his Twitch are because he's Carl from The Walking Dead. You know, like that's how they know him. And I mean, like I said, the interaction, he doesn't interact a whole lot with chat like he does at the beginning and the end. But like a lot of his stuff, he's gotten emotional, you know, and like I'll watch it and be like, that's so crazy to look at it from that side. Like there's those people who are celebrities and they stream for the first time and there's, you know, 10,000 people right from the start. And it's just like, we're definitely on the other side of it. You know, we had to kind of like slowly build up to where we are. And even then it's like, you still can't just, you know, stream. Like you have to continuously grind.
Yep.
But he was talking about how he's not going to be able to stream for like 8 months because he's filming a show or something. And to me, that's where I start to like worry. I'm like, so I'm, you know, if I do get booked for something, you know, that means I might not stream for a few weeks.
Yeah.
But it's just weird to think about, you know, because this is my life right now. So if that changed, you know, it's like, how does that affect everything?
That's true.
It's weird.
Yeah, that is something. I mean, but I think you'd be excited to try it.
I mean,
for sure.
The one thing that I've learned through everything that I've been through the last like 7 years is just, as long as it's in your heart, you can do it. You just have to really want it and put in the work.
Yeah, that's Twitch streaming in general. I mean, I'm sure you get the same amount of requests, if not more, of just people going, how do I become a streamer? How do I grow? I'm like, dude, you got to expect to put the work in. Like it is not an overnight thing like people think it is.
Well, I mean, you can't say everybody starts out thinking that it could be, you know?
Yeah. I mean, and maybe there is a select few people that blew up in 2 months.
It's like winning the lottery, yeah.
Yeah, it's literally like winning the lottery. For the most part, people are grinding. I mean, you look at the people like Nick Merckx, and I remember watching Nick Merckx play Advanced Warfare on Twitch when he had probably 500 subs. And that game came out in 2013 or 14. So that dude's been grinding 5 to 6 days a week, if not 7, for 7 years to get where he's at. Ninja's the same way. Ninja's, you know, they all kind of came up at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I tell people a lot. I'm like, for me, my mindset has always been when things get hard, I just think about the fact that there's a lot of people who would just give up at that moment. You just can't be like them.
Yeah.
You know,
that's how right now I'm like, I'm thinking to myself with the views going down. I'm just like, dude,
I feel it too.
Want to be in my position, and I gotta keep pressing.
I feel it too, man.
But I think it'll get better. I think this first month, this first month of summer, like June, will kind of be a little slow.
Yeah, that's the thing that also kind of keeps my hopes up. Is I know I'm not the only one experiencing it. Everybody is, you know.
Yeah, I think that's just like you said. Everything is just low right now, not just streaming. I
mean, you also have to think we just came out of literally the perfect storm. We got all this free time all of a sudden because we can't go to normal work, and literally everybody else is stuck at home as well. Like it's just perfect storm. Once in a lifetime thing, probably.
Yeah, for sure. But like with, I mean, I'd like to know like TV shows what their numbers are and sports and stuff like that because I'd like to see, I bet you those are down.
Oh, absolutely. They
You know,
have to
because
be.
people just going and doing stuff.
I don't think there's any way they're not down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't watched much NBA. I'm a big NBA guy, and I haven't watched much of the playoffs, honestly.
Dude, I tried to watch hockey, but they were doing this stupid ass thing where they had it split up into divisions based off of like location. So
Yeah.
literally for the whole season, the same 8 teams in your division played each other, and it was just
Not it.
They would literally play the same team 4 times in a row, and it's like, bro, I'm tired of watching my team just get their ass handed to them by the same team 4 games in a row.
Who do you cheer for?
The Penguins.
Okay. Oh yeah, I knew that.
It's all right. I mean, I don't expect you. I don't remember everything about everybody I interact with.
No, but I remember you saying. I think you might have been wearing a freaking Penguins t-shirt last time.
I do every once in a while, but I was excited because it was the season was starting, and the first probably 8 games I actually reacted to on Twitch, and I had decent viewership doing it. Like I had like a hockey community watching with me, and
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I definitely want to do it next season because hopefully next season will be like a normal season, But I mean, it was just like my team's never gonna play the Ducks, which is my wife's team,
Yeah. Did you watch Battlefield on live?
I didn't watch it live, but I watched the trailer.
Yeah. I thought it was a really good trailer because they had a couple scenes from like community clips. I'm pretty sure it's kind of what their style was.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. I thought that was something that Call of Duty needs to kind of.
There's definitely a lot of things Call of Duty could do differently right now, but.
Yeah. But I just think that's cool. I don't know how the game will be. I've never been a big Battlefield guy. Every year it's the same thing.
I pre-ordered it last night.
Did you? I mean, and you're a kind of a variety guy. So, but for me, it never really matched how the pace of Call of Duty.
I think it'll be an easy game to transfer to. You might lose a little viewership, but I think the percentage will be good.
I just hope. That's what I was telling. Who was I talking to about that? It was another streamer. I think it was Lucci. I think we were playing yesterday. I'm like, dude, I hope by December I have Warzone / World War II, Battlefield, and Halo that I all can play, and no matter what, people will watch. Like, how amazing would it be to have 3 really good, popular games?
I think Call of Duty is honestly probably going to die until Modern Warfare 2 comes out.
The remaster. I mean, World War II or MW2 remastered if it ever comes out.
MW2, like the sequel to 2019.
Okay.
Yeah. Because from what I've seen and the rumors I've heard, World War II is kind of like Cold War, where it's kind of thrown together last minute.
They should honestly keep the engine from Modern Warfare and just go from there because it's really good.
I don't know why they don't just do kind of what Battlefield does and just turn it into like a 2-year game.
Yeah, I mean they should honestly. At this point, with the way gaming's going, like free to play, cross play, you could put this game out and change the map up every little bit, and I mean these skins are probably printing money selling these.
Look at GTA. GTA 5 has been out literally for like what? 8 years?
Well, and it's not angry, but dude, I want another GTA so bad.
It's I don't know. With the way it's doing right now, they're probably like, oh. What?
It's been on like 4 consoles. 360, Xbox One, PC, PS5.
Yeah, and I mean, like, they're probably sitting there going, we got time to, really make a good GTA 6 because GTA 5 is still alive and well. From what I think they're they're at peak, if not close to peak viewership and playership right now because of RP.
It's insane. I remember buying that game. It came out the same day as one of my favorite bands' CD came out, and I played.
What band is that?
MGMT.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I think we talked about them. Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually got to know the singer pretty well.
That's cool.
Through Fortnite streaming. Not
That's
super well. Like we follow each other on Twitter,
that's cool,
which
dude.
which is my cool thing. You know, I have one cool thing that I like to say. So shout out to him. But anyway,
Aiden Ross follows me on Twitch. That's like the only cool thing I got.
that's huge, man. I mean, hey,
Never
but
interacted with him though. He probably just
yeah,
followed me one day because of TikTok and then like never looked at me again.
yeah.
uh,
I do follow people that I probably should unfollow because I never watch their stream.
it's people tell me little things here and there. You know, the other day, FaZe Rug was doing his video where however many times you could flip your water bottle, you got $100 in a row. And they were like, dude, you're on his recommended. And sure enough, like it showed me like live on his recommended in his video. But Harris Heller,
I love her.
somebody pointed out, they were like, dude, you're on his top followed accounts. And so like
On his
like
TikTok?
like whoever you watch the most shows up on this little list.
Yeah.
And I was like second on the list or something. And so I went into a stream and I was like, hey, I'm right there, because he was doing something with TikTok and he's like, yeah, I think we watched some of your stuff on stream one time, and he followed me
on TikTok.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
he's that's another person if somebody ever asks me what to do, I'm like, dude, just go watch him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hate to sound mean, because this may sound mean, but when people ask me how do you, okay, I'm just gonna say it. If somebody asks me how to grow on Twitch, my first answer sometimes I want to say is, have you even looked? Like, have you put any research into this thing?
Yeah, no, I mean, dude, I'm
all out there.
And I mean, people will be like, okay, you didn't need to be so harsh to that guy or whatever.
Right.
But dude, like, I'm just like you. I literally just Googled one day and that's how it started, you know?
Like,
and then
take 20 minutes, go on YouTube, how to grow my Twitch. There's like 20 people that will teach you everything you need to know.
And I think we talked about, because Harris Heller had just announced that he was kind of doubling down on the whole Senpai Records thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Harris Heller, like his content, you could tell right now he's focused on other stuff, you know?
Yeah.
What his content is.
Over his like helping Twitch streamers.
Yeah, like a lot of it's been equipped, like streamer peripheral focused, like headsets and stuff like that. But I feel like a lot of it hasn't really focused on streaming itself.
Mm-hmm.
I know he talked about being a YouTuber, which was interesting because I was kind of like getting into YouTube at that time. Which, like I said, YouTube is a beast of a platform, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I went from 33K to 127K in like 3 months, but like I said, right now everything seems like it dipped. Yeah. Like I was averaging anywhere from like 5 to 15K a video, and now it's hard to get past 2K. It feels like. So
that's
like,
how my felt like for so long. Like
I got to remember at the end of the day, it's also an algorithm, and it's gonna pop off when it does, and it's not when it's not. You know.
Yeah.
So can't overthink it. Just gotta keep posting.
No, I know. I used to do the strategy of, and I still don't know how I feel about this with TikTok. I would, if I saw a video I didn't think that was popping off, I'd take it down, like private it, and then post it again. And sometimes I had success with that. And a lot of people say don't do that, but I kind of am on the other end of it. I've had times where I've put up a video, it had like 5 to 10K in like a couple hours, and then I would post it like a day or two later, and it would hit 1 million. And I'm like,
I've never tried that.
Yeah, so
but I mean, right now for me, it'll literally be like, oh, that video's not doing well, you know what I mean? And then I'll wake up the next morning, the following day, and it's caught up, you know? It's weird. Like, it definitely feels like the videos take like a full 3 days to really see their potential now. Whereas like before, it was more immediate. If that makes sense. Yeah,
no, I agree with you. It used to be really quick. Like the first hour, you would know.
Yeah,
I feel like,
and you could still kind of gauge like, oh, this one's really popping off. You know, like for me, if it starts going past like 1,000 views a minute, then I know it's gaining momentum. And sometimes it'll like shoot up really fast and then stop, and then sometimes it'll shoot up and it won't stop until it gets to a certain point. Mm-hmm. But it's definitely slowed down for me where like things don't pop off as often. But I mean, I had a stint there where everything I posted was getting 1 million views or close to.
Yeah, I had a little area where that happened to me.
And I believe it'll happen again.
I think so too. I think yeah, I had a little. It was like the algorithm just loved me. It was the craziest thing. Like no matter what I posted, everybody saw it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. What I mean, there was a time where probably the lowest view I was getting was 500K. And I have 300,000 followers, so it's not like.
Yeah, like I said, for me right now, if I get 300K on a video, I feel like it's at least done.
That's a win.
Yeah, like it got enough people saw it, you know.
Yeah.
But like right now, if somebody's offers me some kind of sponsored video, I can be like, it's gonna hit at least this, you know. Like I did a chair video, and it had like 430K in one day, and it was literally just me putting together a chair, you know. And the fact that I can do that, yeah, the one that I got, yeah.
Yeah.
But
you probably get a lot of that crap, right? Sponsored.
I'm very picky. Like if it's not something that I feel I'm actually gonna use or actually care about, I'm doing fine. I don't want to sell out, you know.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
But it's a lot of work to keep up with that stuff, though. There's like I literally could have got paid like 2K just to stream for like 3 hours that Biomutant game, but I missed the goddamn email.
I've never even heard of that game before.
It was considered kind of a letdown, but I literally could have paid it for 3 hours and gotten $2,000. But I was a day late to reading the email.
Who's it by? Who's the studio?
I don't know. THQ? Okay. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I've never even heard of that.
Like
before.
I said, I look at it now and I'm like, I probably wouldn't have liked it, but
yeah, but I mean,
$2,000 will make me at least give it something to try.
Yeah, I mean, okay, whatever you want to try on video games for sure.
I mean, eventually, I think I'll get to the point where I'll get selected to do like demos and stuff. So,
yeah, you got to be at that point.
It lags behind. I feel like
you got to be with your Twitch stream getting, let's say it's 500 average viewers. Like that's got to be what point something.
I think it's like top 0.00. It's like top 0.05% or something like that. I think at that number.
It's an insane number if you think about that.
Yeah.
It's even. I think Harris Heller said what after 20 viewers or 15 viewers, you're like in the top 1%. 99%
of streamers streamed of like 15 or less viewers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
Which is it's insane. Because people like it just. I don't even respond to it anymore. Like today, somebody came in and was like, "Oh, your views are like way lower than they used to be, man. Like your stream's dying." And like in my head, I'm like, this guy's an idiot. He doesn't even know how it works. You know what I mean? Like obviously he doesn't know how it works. But I just don't respond to it anymore because it's no point.
I almost want to time people out to say that.
Dude, honestly, man. But sometimes it's like trying to explain math to an ant. You know what I mean? Like they refuse to listen and they don't understand it.
Yeah, I did a night stream one time, probably in the last couple of weeks because it's been a down one, and I think it was probably one of the first times I was under 100 viewers, and somebody came in there and like, "Where is everybody?" I'm like, "What? Like, why would you say that?"
There's loyal viewers who will point out like Danny, what's wrong? Your views are a little lower than usual. And I'm like, bro, why do you like? Let's not. I try not to focus on the numbers. Like, don't point it out, please. Yeah,
I don't even look at mine.
I'm not. Yeah, I literally will only see mine when I change games because I go to the stream manager to do it.
Yeah.
But
I agree 100%. If you see that and it's not a number you think it's gonna be at, it's like
yeah, I mean, for me, it sometimes it influences what games I change to.
Yeah.
Or I YouTube usually does. You get like a little boost from switching to YouTube videos for a little bit. Like I'll go from like 290 to like 350 today watching YouTube. Towards the end of the stream. But I mean, you gotta also understand that like the longer you stream, the more it's gonna like go down. That's just how streams work.
Yeah.
unless you're XQC and you're always streaming and you're the biggest guy on the platform. It
Yeah.
blows my mind, bro.
You're right. You're right. I guess it always does eventually go down because people just go do stuff.
Yeah. I mean, 24-hour streams are definitely a different beast. Like, I feel like people just, it's almost like a call to action for them. Like, 24 hours. Yeah. Like, you know, I want to be there for the whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
So those always do well. Or anytime there's a boxing match or like a really big UFC fight, I'm streaming it. I'm not streaming it, but I'm doing a reaction party because like
did you do the Logan Paul one?
I averaged like 1,100 viewers watching that for like 3.5 hours.
I saw you streaming that day, and it said 1,000, and I'm like, what the heck? What's he doing?
Just me and my wife hanging out.
Sometimes my just chattings do better than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, early on when I was having trouble with my internet back at the old place in LA, I did a stream, or like halfway through the stream, I literally just changed it to just chatting, and I was on the phone with like Spectrum for like an hour, and that was like my record viewership for a while. It was literally just me on the phone, like, no, I already tried resetting it. No, I already did this. And then like I would, you know, I'd be on hold and like, God, why don't like bunch of dummies over here acting like I explained to them too. I'm like, I'm an internet streamer. Like I know how all this stuff works. Like I've already reset it. Technicians already come out, this and that. All right, well, we're going to walk you through the steps to like, I already did that 3 times. They still insist that you do it again. Oh, God.
They got to check it off their bucket list or whatever they're to do.
Yeah.
To do it. I
finally, a few times now, I've had people they're like, I work for Xfinity. Like, what's the issue? They try to like help me out. So, that's cool to see. But
yeah,
until I get a house, the internet's always going to be a problem.
That's another thing I've never had really crazy issues with is my internet. I don't know. Comcast always gets a bad rap, but I've never had any.
They all do. Just depends on the area.
Yeah, mine seems to be pretty good. Mine's pretty stable. I've had my stream crash a couple times, but nothing like where I have to make a router video and I'm going, you know, tagging the company in it and saying what's going on. You know? Yeah.
No, I mean, I do it just for like anything that happens now. I'm like, can I turn this into content? You know,
with what you got going on, I would too, but I just I've never had to.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a blessing and a curse because then now everything feels like I gotta do something with it. Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm already planning on doing, because we're going to that water park. Like I told my wife, because I was like, how are we gonna make content? You know, while we're, you know, I was like, I gotta have stuff ready in advance. And then I was like, I'm overthinking this. Like, we can literally just do one where it's like us in the car. All right, we're going to the water park. You know, just me and you. And then everybody's gonna be like, "Where's Little Man?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just kidding. He's coming too." That's 2 TikToks. Yep. You know.
Yep. That's so great that you got that like set up right now. How you did it.
But like, I mean,
say whatever world you want.
People are always saying to me, they're like, but I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what I'm doing either. I don't know why certain things pop off the way they do. All I know is that 99% of the times it seems like just doing things when most people would just be like, you know what? I'm just going to turn the TV on. That's the difference.
Yeah. 100%.
So, but I mean, you see, man, like there's just people either have that drive or they don't.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. That's what I always tell people is, you know, when they come to me, they're like, "Oh, what motivated you?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm gonna keep doing this till it's my full-time job. Like that's the goal."
Yeah, and I mean it's different for everybody. Like for me, I had nothing else at the time, so it was like this is a full-time job until it really is, you know. Then I just never went to work somewhere else. So, but now it's to the point where it's like I want to go do something else because you know. I'm as much as I feel blessed and I you know, the fact that I can be at home every day and I see my family all the time, you know, like I'm not on like, cause that was the thing with being a production assistant. Those are 12+ hour days. I would never be home.
Yeah.
6 days a week. And, you know, they always say on a set doing the behind the scenes stuff, when you have your day off, you can do 3 things. You can catch up on sleep. You can, work on your own passion projects, or you can spend time with family and friends, but you can only do one.
Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah.
Choose that.
It's a rough life, but I mean, I was willing to do it.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too, is people just gotta be willing to go through the rough part of it to get to the good part.
Yep, to get through the crap.
But before, yeah, but before we, because it's been 2 hours. I just looked at the thing. Yeah, it's been 2 hours, dude. I'm like, wait a minute.
I always, when we talk, I feel like we can just keep talking forever. Honestly.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure. We started talking about the streaming services, and I had some stuff I wanted to talk about, but we didn't get to it. My wife and I, we got an Apple TV box because we had like the free year plan. There is some slept-on shows on there, bro.
Apple TV.
Yeah.
One of my favorite shows of last year was the Steve Carell show.
Is that the newsroom one?
Yeah.
Style one? I haven't. So gotta watch that.
Good show.
Great
show. I'm gonna throw out the word great show.
Okay, I'll definitely check it out. Somebody commented and said I gotta watch the movie The Banker, which apparently is like an Apple TV movie that got slept on. It's got like a 7.9 or something like that on IMDb.
I've heard that the soccer guy is a good one. Soccer coach.
Okay.
I don't know what it's called.
But I got
the other day.
2 shows that I got to talk about. Do you have Apple TV?
Oh yeah. I have Apple TV. I'm trying to think of the show that.
The soccer one?
Yes. Apple TV shows. I'm just gonna type in soccer and see if that works. Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso?
Mm-hmm.
What's it about?
I know it's about soccer, and he's the coach.
Wait, you haven't? So you haven't watched it?
No, but I've had multiple people tell me, great show.
So we're watching For All Mankind right now, which also has a 3rd season coming out. And the premise of that one is, what if the space race never ended? Like the Russians got to the moon before we did, and so we felt the need to like beat them at something else.
When the heck did that come out? That's the dude from
RoboCop and that show on Netflix, Altered Carbon and
Suicide Squad. That's what I'm thinking of.
And this is definitely the best thing I've seen him in. He really gets to shine in this one. Like his character is perfect for the way he acts and stuff. You know, like his personality is just perfect. Like, do you ever looked at actors and you're like, I don't know about them, and then you see them in one role and you're just like, yeah, they're a good actor.
I got 8 out of 10 on IMDb.
So, dude, I mean, because it just jumps around. Like, the first season centers on, all right, so we like literally it starts out with like the famous like newscast where like they're, all right, they're about to set foot on the moon.
Right.
And then the guy comes down from the lander and he starts speaking Russian. And everybody's like, fuck, dude, they beat us, bro.
Yeah.
And then so they're like, we're going to be the first to put a base on the moon. And so it escalates from there, dude. And it is fantastic. There's been a lot of space shows that have come out in the past couple of years, and they just failed to balance like the human aspect of dealing with going to space and leaving your family behind and all that stuff, and then actually the space stuff. This nailed it. Like, it's perfect 50-50.
Do you pay for, like, because I have iPhone, so I pay for like the bundle. Are you paying for that bundle? It's Apple TV, Apple Music, and like Apple Arcade. It's like
no, I have Apple Music, like the family plan, so I can share it with people, like my wife. Yeah. But I don't have the bundle that includes everything else. So we got a free year of Apple TV because of our phones.
Okay, yeah. So I after that expired, I just did and I get Apple storage.
Okay.
It's like this big bundle. I paid $20 for it, and it's
pretty smart.
Yeah, it's everything. So,
well, I'm surprised because Apple TV, the only other thing that it's on is the PlayStation. Like you can only watch it on Apple products or the PlayStation because they're partnered with Sony.
Yeah, like I literally have a Apple TV, actual Apple TV.
Yeah, I went and got one. Yeah,
I love those things.
They're so nice.
I have a Fire Stick, and I've had a Roku, and for me, Apple TV is the best.
Well, but the thing is, I have a Sony TV, so like I turn on the Apple TV, I'm like, this remote's kind of neat, And then
Yeah.
I go like to turn the TV up with
Should be able to
the
control the volume, right?
yeah, like I was like, wow, I can already control the volume of the TV, this and that. And then I
Yeah.
realized I could control the Apple TV with the Sony remote. And then my wife can control it with her phone. Like we could, like you could just, it's really easy. Like it doesn't matter if you got your phone on you or whatever. You can just like change it.
If you lose your Apple TV remote, you just download the Apple TV app.
We didn't even have to do that.
Oh, you might be right.
Yeah, it's crazy,
I
man.
think it's built in now. You used to have to download an app for it, which is the last time I've had to use that. Actually, I'd always use the remote.
Yeah,
I guess it comes built in though now.
The other show that we're watching though is Servant, which it's M. Night Shyamalan.
Okay. Oh, is that on the actual? That's Apple TV.
Yeah, and they're shorter episodes. They're like a half hour each, but the premise is weird, man.
Isn't that guy kind of weird anyway?
Which M. Night Shyamalan? Well, he makes movies with like twist endings and stuff. So we're definitely like everything is just, you know, like where's it going? You know.
The guy from Harry Potter.
What's up? Yeah, Rupert Grint is in it. Yeah.
Okay.
With his American accent, it's kind of, you know, it's interesting.
Yeah.
But the premise of that one is the wife she had miscarried a couple times, and then she finally had a baby, but it died like 6 weeks or something like that after they had it. So like, yeah. So I mean, obviously that's going to be really bad mentally, you know, to go through that. So I guess there's a company or something like that where they make a doll that looks just like your baby to try and help you cope with it. But the wife is like convinced that the doll is real. And then so the husband hires a babysitter because she's going back to work. She's like a news anchor, right? Mm-hmm. And the babysitter shows up, and you know she's like playing along with it and everything like that. And then the wife's like, "All right, well, you know, make yourself at home. You know, you live here now. I'm gonna go take a bath." You know, she like walks off, and the husband's like, "All right, you don't, you know, you can put the baby down. You can put the doll down. You don't have to like pretend anymore. Like she's gone." Yeah. And she's like, "What are you talking about?" And so she's acting like the baby's real too.
Yeah.
And then one like second or third episode, I won't go any farther than this because it's a good show, but he is a content creator. He does like a blog where it's like recipes, and he'll show like this fancy dish, and then he'll like, you know, take pictures of like the steps and all that stuff. Well, he's got the baby monitor sitting there, and he's doing like some kind of seafood dish or something like that, and he starts to hear a baby cry. And so he's like, "What the hell?" And so then he goes in there, and there's a real baby in the crib all of a sudden. And so you're like, is this some kind of paranormal thing? Like, is the doll real now, or this and that? But it turns into like, whose baby is this? This baby came from somewhere. And that's kind of like where we're at.
Yeah.
But the babysitter is creepy. Or the nanny is creepy.
Oh, it sounds creepy in general.
And the wife just goes along with it like, yeah, that's my baby. It's crazy, bro. But like the being at home all day by yourself with the nanny and like the content creator aspect would be super relatable. Cause you're like, you know.
Have you seen what's the Hulu show that's on right now that we're watching?
Handmaid's Tale?
Yeah, that's kind of a creepy show.
I got like 3 seasons in. I think I kind of like stopped after that. That's a depressing show.
Yeah. It is. It's a new season right now. Every Wednesday it comes out.
I don't know. Once didn't she get her daughter out? Spoiler alert. She got her daughter out, and then she's like, "I'm going back for the other kid." I'm like, "Oh, come on, dude."
Yeah.
I was like, that's where I was like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, season 4 she got, I won't say much, but yeah, she's going back.
Yeah. Is it worth watching after that? Like, is it still good?
If you saw season 3, you're caught up. This is season 4.
Okay.
I mean, to me, it's worth it. I've been watching that mixed with Yellowstone.
Yeah, Yellowstone that's probably my favorite show on television right now is Yellowstone.
It's a great show. Like, I want to watch an episode right now, but my wife's asleep, so I can't. I watch Westworld tonight.
So the guy who made Yellowstone, he's got an interesting story. I don't know if you know too much about like the people who make stuff. I don't know how much you get into that. I nerd out about that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Depending on the show or movie is how in depth I get.
yeah, so the guy who made that, he was like the main cop on Sons of Anarchy.
Okay. I never watched that.
Good show. I didn't finish it. Like, it definitely starts to get ridiculous like any other show. You know, it's like, how do they top this? You know, all of a sudden somebody gets kidnapped and it's like, no! And it's like, I just can't get it. It's too much. Like, we were watching True Blood on HBO. Super good. Definitely not a kid's show, but like super good. And then we got to like season 5. And I was like, bro, they're just, I mean, it's vampires, right? But then it turns into like, oh, now there's fairies and there's werewolves and there's
What's
all
your
kinds of stuff.
do you have like a limit on, for me, if there's a show that has like 8 seasons and I missed it, I kind of just go, I missed it. Unless it's like the greatest show of all time and people like, you have to watch it. I like Sons of Anarchy. People have told me to watch it. It's like 8 seasons, I think. I'm like, I missed it. It's too late.
There's definitely shows where, like Sons of Anarchy, where they have like a bad season in the middle. And so that's kind of like a turning point for people. But I heard that Sons of Anarchy has a payoff. You know, like it kind of goes somewhere. And it's like.
You ever see Justified?
No, but I want to.
That is a great show. And it's only 5 seasons. They like ended at the perfect time. Like,
yeah. I feel like I think 5 seasons is like a good stopping point. Like Breaking Bad did 5 seasons. I think Better Call Saul is doing the same thing.
Yeah. Walking Dead went too far.
Oh, bro, Walking Dead ran into the ground.
I can't believe people still watch that show.
I can't believe they're still making it. There's no way that they're like making anywhere near as much money as they did 5 years ago.
Dude, those first like, I guess maybe 3 seasons.
I think the first 3 were peak Walking Dead.
They were so good. I loved it, and then I finally realized that it was like the same thing over and over. Like it would be 40 minutes of nothing, and then on the last minute, a zombie would come out of nowhere.
Yeah,
they're gonna fight it.
I don't think it should have ever been more than a 10-episode season thing. Like they just all of a sudden it's 16 episodes, and it's like half of them are filler.
Yeah. It was a lot of filler. It became a lot of filler. And I think I might have watched it up to season maybe 5.
Yeah. I mean, you know John Bernthal, the guy who played Shane?
Yes.
So you know how he dies like the end of season 2?
That's when you faded?
Well, no, I was just going to say I've seen him in multiple interviews now where people are like, you know, what do you think was like really like the point where you felt like, all right, like I've kind of, this is my job. Like I can say that I have a career doing this. And he said he thinks the best thing that ever happened to him was getting killed off of season 2 of The Walking Dead. Because I mean, you see all the stuff he's done. Meanwhile, while these other actors have been tied up for years.
Have you? Did you ever watch The Punisher with him?
Oh yeah, that first season was fantastic. Yeah, the second season, it was right. Season 2 was being made right when they kind of pulled the plug on the Netflix shows, so it just didn't feel like there was the same enthusiasm.
That sucks though. Like even if I watch season 1, it's like nothing.
I think Punisher and Daredevil are going to get brought back.
They should. Daredevil, this first season was really good.
Honestly, they were all good in my opinion. Okay. The second season, like literally the first half, has so much to do with the Punisher that you're like, this is cool. Like this is how you like world build. You know what I mean? Like this is how you make a good universe. And then the second half gets so focused on this like Ninja the Hand storyline. I was just like, eh.
Yeah. Nah, I'm out.
I'm excited to see Ewan McGregor. Is that how you say his name?
Mm-hmm. I love that guy.
I'm excited to see. Oh, you're frozen. What the hell? On OBS, you're frozen. I don't know why. I'm excited to see him actually have some good dialogue. You know,
you're killing me with these stuff tonight, man.
What's up?
You're killing me with these prequel hate tonight, man.
Okay, you can't not say that the prequels had some bad like dialogue.
I'm sure it did. I just something about those movies, man. I love them. I love them. I'll go to the grave fighting for those movies.
They definitely have a special place in my heart, but they're definitely like not great movies.
I remember seeing episodes. I didn't see episode 1 in theaters. I was too young.
Saw the third one at theaters.
I saw second one, and I remember watching. As soon as I saw that in theaters, man, I went all in on Star Wars. I was all in,
Yeah.
all in. And then episode 3, I think I saw, not exaggerating, I think I saw 10 times in theaters.
But what I mean is like I think he's gonna have like more control over the character than he did, you know.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
Episode 3 is my favorite movie of all time.
Of all time?
Of all time.
Like best to you, that's like your number one movie. Like you can watch that every day till you die.
I could probably tell you that movie from line 1 to line 500.
Like what else is like other than Star Wars? Like what are like your favorite movies?
I have a Lord of the Rings room too. So like I'll send you a picture. Like I got the poster, a big movie poster, and then I have like Gandalf's staff, Aragorn's sword, Frodo's sword, Legolas's dagger.
I was crazy about those movies when I was growing up, but like I go and watch them now, and like they just don't have the same feeling to me. But they're great movies. Those are great movies.
Those are great movies. The Hobbit. I actually watched a Tolkien take of that. Have you seen that? Where like a fan edits them to match the book.
That's interesting.
That's really good. It's like the Tolkien edit. You should research that.
Okay.
And it makes the movie like 4 hours or something like that instead of 3 2.5 hour movies.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So it's really good. It's really good. So that makes me enjoy that a little bit more. I don't know. My top movies, I would probably put Star Wars number 1. That is a hard question. I'd like to know your top 3 movies.
Top 3?
And you can include a series in as a movie.
Okay. My favorite overall movie right now is the new Blade Runner.
Wow.
I think that movie's a masterpiece. Like I think that's gonna have a huge cult following like 10, 15 years from now. Just like the Ridley Scott one did.
I saw it in theaters.
It's a long, definitely like drawn out, slower movie, but to me it's like an epic, you know? Like it's
cool scenery too.
Oh, it's beautiful, man.
I love Tron. Not the older one, but the new one, Legacy. I know it didn't get a really good rap, but with the Daft Punk soundtrack.
Yeah, that movie was very innovative for its time.
So good, man. I mean, if you go back and watch it now, it's probably not as good looking as it could be, but I'm hearing there's going to be another one being made. I heard that. A new Tron coming out because they're making like a Tron world.
They talked about doing a sequel to the last one for the longest time, and then
I think it's a reboot.
But it's not gonna be the same now. Daft Punk broke up, bro. They're done.
Dude, I know. They really did make that movie. Like,
oh yeah,
that's insane.
The soundtrack,
can do it. But I have the vinyl of that movie.
It's like Top Gun, dude. Like that. What band is it that did like all the music for that movie? Which, by the way, the new Top Gun looks like it could be pretty damn good.
Yeah, that does look pretty good.
I like Miles Teller. I think he's a good actor. You seen Whiplash?
No.
Bro, while your wife's sleeping, go watch Whiplash, dude. That'll blow your mind.
It's 12 o'clock now. I got like a good hour to go watch whatever I want to watch.
I think it's an hour and a half.
Okay, maybe we waive that for tomorrow. I'll watch it.
But that movie, you'll be like, what, dude? Like, it's so different. It's the same guy who made La La Land.
Okay, I know what you're talking. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, Whiplash was like his breakout movie, and Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons. Those are the two main guys.
J.K. is the guy who plays Peter Parker, right? He's in Spider-Man. Is that him?
Not Peter Parker. He's the guy who the news guy.
Guy. Yeah, okay. The guy who does all the commercials too.
Yeah.
The insurance commercials.
Yeah, he's a good actor too. Super underrated.
Yeah. So you got Blade Runner.
I really liked Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, just as somebody who cares about movies and how movies are made. Like, to me, that it's like that movie was made for people like me.
Are you going recent movies first, or are you just this is your top movie?
This is my top movies.
Okay. Okay.
And then third, if you said I can include a series, I would say the first season of True Detective.
Okay.
That's like a 10 out of 10 for me. Like, I think that's
the third season was good, in my opinion.
too slow, not enough action.
Okay. I liked it though, because I watched the first one because the third one was coming out.
Yeah, it was the third one was better than the second season, but it's still
Yeah.
I don't know. There was just they focused too much on like jumping through time periods more than they did like I don't know, making what happened. You know, there was like one shootout scene, you know what I mean? Whereas with the first season, it was just there was so much going on. You're like, holy crap, dude.
Yeah.
They're like in the crime underbelly of Louisiana, you know.
That was a good season. That was a good season. I love that. Like when you see a movie or a TV show and you're like, man, that was a great. Like,
Yeah.
I can't remember the last movie that I felt like that.
I mean, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, there's just I don't know. To me, it's you know Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio in the same movie together.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous to begin with. And
that was recent, right? That was like last year.
I mean, Blade Runner was recent too.
Yeah.
But no, like just them sitting there like watching Leonardo DiCaprio's show on TV, like FBI or whatever it is, you know, and them like pointing at the TV and like laughing and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, like it's so weird, you know. You're watching them pretending to be actors, and they're some of the greatest actors ever.
Yeah.
You know, and like it's just it's makes you wonder how actors watch stuff that they're in real life. You know, like how do they look at it, and dissect it? Because like there's like one guy that hops off a car and he's like, yeah, that guy's an asshole or something. You know, like while they're watching the show.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. I just missed it. I just missed it.
Oh, bro. If you love movies, you're gonna love that movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it was peak Hollywood, you know, where it takes place, like 69 or whatever.
Yeah. I need to watch that.
And there's supposed to be an extended version.
Is that on anything? Do you know?
Not that I know, but there's supposed to be an extended version coming to Netflix soon.
Okay.
Maybe like they'll probably announce it any time, like at any time. They're doing because it's a like 2.5 hour movie, but it could easily be 4 hours.
Yeah, I remember my buddy saw it and he told me it was a long movie.
Yeah, they cut out like whole characters for the theatrical version and not only that, Quentin Tarantino's like he got so invested in this story, he's coming out with a book, like the book version of it. And he's like, I mean, he explained his writing process, and he basically writes like whole life stories for each character so that he knows how they would act and why they would make certain decisions. It's crazy. It's a whole nother level of making movies.
Yeah, for sure.
But
for sure.
Yeah.
I might call it there.
Yeah, I think it's a good point to call it. I got to go to the gym.
I was gonna say I was looking at you. I'm like, man, when's he going to the gym at?
I told you, man. I'll stay up till 3 a.m. sometimes.
Dude,
like it's just me right now.
Like, it's
empty. It's empty. It's gone.
I said, this dude's ready to go.
But
what are you do G Fuel before you go to the gym?
Sometimes. I'm really usually just finishing whatever I have before I go.
Yeah.
But
well, it was fun being on here. Appreciate the invite again.
Yeah, it's definitely like me and you. It's like a very relaxed, chill talk. We just kind of talk about whatever.
That's the way I like it, man. It's easy to link up with people like that when you can just chat and talk about whatever in the world you want to talk about.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a handful of people out there who love that type of stuff. You know, just two guys talking.
Next time you're on the get a group together, let me know. I'd like to be in on that. Like that Benjamin's one.
Okay.
Hit me up on that because I mean, I like that kind of discussion too.
Yeah, those are a lot of work to put together, though. Everybody has different schedules, and it feels like it takes a month to get everybody to agree on a time and date.
Yeah,
it's a lot of work.
I'll be down.
Yeah, I was gonna do you and Zach Dubs, but it just time got away from me, and I was like, oh, this is too much to figure out right now.
Yeah, I watched that one. That was good. Him, and then I watched the Benjamins one with the group. Who was it with? Benjamins and
Benjamin, Zusi AF, Stony Stark.
Stoney. I couldn't remember the last guy.
Which Stony Stark, he took a break. I don't know if he quit or took a break from TikTok, but he put on Twitter that he was stepping away.
He had been tweeting recently a lot about TikTok, how his views have been, I guess, had been struggling or.
Yeah, he said the comments got super toxic too.
Yeah, I can see that, dude. When I was putting up the loadout videos and saying silent buff, dude, I got ripped.
I remember that. I remember that.
For that, man. And I was like, that was like my first internet hate. And then I will stand by this. They were doing silent buffs and nerfs to the guns. And if like it was actually a real thing, like J God figured it out that they were actually doing that.
Yeah.
I felt a little bit about myself.
I mean, did you see the one that Stoney did about the FAL? And then like Tim the Tap Man was totally like, oh, this is some TikTok load. He totally didn't mention Stoney, but then he just gets his ass handed to him because he can't get a kill with it because Stoney was killing people when they were like broken armor. They didn't have any armor.
Yeah, he was using like an SMG, right? Like the FAL as an SMG.
Yeah.
It
was totally like a troll TikTok, and
dude, it's one of those things. I'm gonna go back to doing loadouts every once in a while. But yeah, that's like the sad to say, but with Warzone, that's kind of like the only way you can grow. I mean, look at all the creators YouTube. I mean, it's not the only way. That's a bad take, but like you look at Mercs and Aiden and all these pros out there. I mean, their YouTube videos are loadout videos.
What's up, YouTube? Today I'm gonna try this crazy Mac 10 build. Yeah,
exactly. And then the thumbnail is
with a gun. Yeah,
they can't believe it. So I'm trying to like do something different, but it's like, man, if that's all you got to do, then why not just keep doing it?
Yeah,
but then if the next Call of Duty sucks, then we're all in big trouble.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm sad to say I think it will be, but Battlefield has a mode, that Hazard Zone mode, that gives me hope.
Yeah, I mean, I would be good with switching games and trying something different, but
you only gotta wait 4 months.
Yeah, but I'll be locked into Call of Duty for the next year, and I'll tell you afterwards.
Yeah, I want that World War II game to be good, but
World at War is my favorite Call of Duty of all time. World at War, the first one Zombies was in.
Yeah,
that game. I don't know, man. I always think like I feel like the companies cared way more back then about games, which that could be not true. It's not. I just think it's more about money now than it's about the love of the game.
It's all about microtransactions now, man.
Yeah. So like, I mean, I know there is developers out there and they get the crap that really the head guys, the Activision peoples and all that stuff should probably be getting, but I remember World at War coming out and like that immersed me so much in World War. I love World War II stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wish there was a World War II movie every year.
Yeah.
But that game, man, with zombies and the campaign and the multiplayer, like it just puts you in that World War II. I'm like, this is the best game ever. So I hope they do that with this new one. Would I be shocked if it's not anything like that? No.
I don't think they are.
Hey man, I can have hope. You know what I mean?
I think, to be honest, I think they're very focused on bringing a World War II map to Warzone.
Hey, give me something. Like, I can't do Warzone in 1984. Nothing changed.
They said the map's going to be bigger than Verdansk, though. So unless they increase the player count to try and compete with Battlefield, like, I don't see the point of doing that.
Well, the new one was supposed to be, Verdansk was supposed to be 200 or 250, I think. And they never...
ain't no way in hell the service can handle that, bro.
It was... Remember they had the limited time game mode? It was like 200 players?
I heard it was super buggy. I don't think I even ever got to play it.
It was like I think it was in the game for like a couple days.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll have to reconvene and discuss as we go, I guess. And maybe we'll have to talk. We'll have to try and do an episode after Battlefield comes out.
I would love that. I would love that. Then we can talk about Battlefield taking over Call of Duty for the 8th time that people keep saying it never happens.
Yeah, maybe you'll be making loadout videos for Battlefield. Who knows?
Hey, do not count me out. Do not count me out. I'll be there day one.
All right. We'll see.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Good talk. I enjoyed it.
We'll talk soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, maybe we'll probably have some more Star Wars stuff to talk about by then too.
It's gonna be good.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace.